Okay, cool. Welcome back, stoners and D&D gamers. We are MagicalMuncheez, and when you look up at the stars and feel that sinking feeling of something from beyond is staring back at you, watching you, knowing you, there is. It is coming for you, and it is hungry. E, your DM for the evening. Let's go ahead and meet our gaming smokers, starting with Moon.
I am Moon. I'll be playing Atticus. Sorry, that's so wrong. I'll be playing Azaria Atticus, a little fucking bard pyro with some interesting
I
beginner
have the
love
giggles,
life
I'm sorry.
situation.
I'm excited for that beginner love life situation,
Yeah, beginner love
honestly.
life situation. It's fucking spicy out here.
So spicy. Following
Spicy.
by Blue. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Blue. I'm playing an elf named Balfern. I am an artificer, and we're about to see what's about to be jumping today.
I really do got the giggles tonight. Bunny, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Bunny. I'm playing a tiefling monk who, we love for being unable to understand social cues and can't seem to get his words out properly and pisses off everybody. We love him.
We love him. Pisses off everybody and somehow got adopted by one of the most popular girls at the university.
Somehow.
We have no idea how that happened. She's obsessed. And last but not least, Zom, introduce yourself.
I'm Sob. I'm gonna be playing Sir Bob, the frog with the sticky fingers.
Sorry, I'm just a
That
pervert.
sounded way more gross than I intended it to.
It's okay. It's okay. Before we continue our wonderful summer campaign, University of Carmarthen, I'd like to cover some trigger warnings our campaign may cause to our more sensitive listeners and viewers. Please keep in mind this campaign will contain the following: gore, mutilation, sexual activity, drug use, abuse of all forms, psychological distress, body horror, possible animal harm, and a whole lot of swearing. Remember that our campaigns are rated R, and we are intended for an adult audience or with parental approval. What was I fucking saying? Sorry, I'm high. This campaign is a comedic horror campaign. Watch or listen with discretion. I forgot what I was doing as I was reading my own script. Goodness. We are going to be starting today's session off with a split party. And we are going to be starting off with none other than someone who found themselves in a very interesting love triangle. As you are making your way through the dense forest with these two large men who are in an angry silence with each other. And as you are making your way up this walking trail, you can see out through the limbs of the trees a beautiful lake. And as you are moving, you notice that you are moving at an incline, so you are going up parallel to this lake. And it looks almost serene with the double moons hitting it and lighting it with its rays. Go ahead and describe what you're wearing for the evening.
Neat, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like it was me.
Mm-hmm.
So she dressed up. She dresses up in darker clothing. She feels like it more fits her skin tone and just how she styles her hair. She has her hair styled in two space buns, but her the front like curtains of her hair are braided. Um, and she has um surprisingly comfortable combat boots on with fishnets and short black um ripped black shorts that kind of have like lace on the side of them, and
Okay.
she's wearing a uh a t-shirt with
I can picture the exact pants you're talking about. Like, I know exactly which ones you're
and
talking
she's
about.
wearing a t-shirt that she had cut the sleeves off of, and it's got a it's got it's got like a design. She like painted a skull on it because she had to, because she's not allowed to wear with her family and stuff. She's not allowed to wear specific, so she like will craft and get her own clothes when nobody's around that she used for traveling when she didn't live with her family. And while she's around her family, she wears completely different attire, but she's wearing what she finds comfortable now that she's not around royalty.
All right, I like it. She's very comfortable. I like that. And good for the environment that she's going to. No bristles are hitting her legs or anything like that. As you are making your way through the tree lines, you break through and you can see that you are walking up an edge of a cliff now. And you see ahead of you these gnarly, jagged rocks that make up the very top of these cliffs. And it seems that is where Geldul is leading you. As you continue to move up the cliffs and you get closer, you can hear other people up there, that you can hear music and what sounds to be laughing and shouting. And though the voices seem to be mostly male, you do hear a couple of females as well. As you make your way up, you see some of the frat guys who are in bathing suits and they're joking around and pretending to push each other over the edge of the cliff as the girls are like freaking out and going, why did my voice not pick up? You can hear the girls. And as they're like crying out for the guys and they're like, oh my god, no, stop. Like, and they're all having fun. You can see that there's a campfire and a couple of beers. And as you're walking, you see Latoris next to you starting to get a little nervous, realizing where you guys are. You're good. What would you like to do?
Can I roll an insight on that? On like how I see he's getting nervous. Can I roll an insight on that?
Absolutely, you can.
I got an 8.
It's okay. What you think you see is him nervous about the amount of people, as you don't know why, he just seems like the type of guy who doesn't like to be in a crowd.
Or maybe he just doesn't like this type of crowd. I feel like because he's in orchestra, he's around a bunch of people a lot. I feel like maybe he just doesn't like this crowd. That's how I feel like I would pick it up.
But
Okay. How tall is he compared to me? I'm like 6'1".
he's about like he's a wood elf, so he's about like 5 inches taller than you. So he's
Okay.
6'6".
I would assume that he's nervous about the crowd of people and stuff, and I'd probably give his arm a squeeze. Like, it's gonna be fine. This shit's gonna be fine. We're gonna be great. Not saying anything. I'm just gonna give his arm a squeeze, like a support. I'm here to support you. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna have a great time.
He looks at you and he gives you a smile, seeming to like relax a little. You're not exactly sure if it was the comforting squeeze that is what's relaxing him or your comforting words is what relaxing him, but either way, you are relaxing him in this situation. As you get to the group of people who are all playing around with each other and roughhousing, you watch as Geldul begins to strip himself of his skull clothing, and Latoris is backing away closer to the tree line, trying not to be seen by anybody there.
I'm gonna clock that, and I'm also gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, is he getting naked?
He's just stripping down to his underwear, like all of the other guys there.
I think that I think that she would blink a couple times, like, what the fuck? what the fuck? I would be like, am I in the right attire for this? Was I supposed to bring a swimsuit? Like, I did not bring a swimsuit.
I mean, neither did Gildul, so.
Yeah. I think I would just stand and watch. Can I roll perception? What is it? Can I roll yeah, perception on the area to like get a vibe of everything?
Absolutely. I was hoping you'd ask, or I was gonna ask you. Go ahead and roll a Percepi for me.
No, I got a nat 1 plus 4. Stop! I got a 5.
Damn. It's okay. I'll have you roll another Percepi in a bit, so it's fine. It's fine. It's
Ugh,
fine.
my God.
Looking around, your eyes keep betraying you as they keep sliding back to the half. Am I frozen?
No,
Fix
not
yourself.
anymore.
Sorry. Fix yourself. As you're looking around, your eyes keep betraying what you are intending them to look at, as you cannot help yourself as you continuously go back to looking at the half-naked men.
Yeah, cause what the fuck?
So unfortunately, you don't notice anything.
I'm like.
They look really nice with the lighting of that campfire.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
I love just the casual, what the fuck.
What the fuck? Okay. What other females are here? Do I notice like if I'd seen any other females and stuff at my campus, like if I'd noticed?
Absolutely. One of the girls that is here, you actually saw at the club event, I guess earlier today, since this is like the night. So earlier today at the club event, the cheerleading captain, Praeseria.
Okay. Yeah, did I talk to her when I like was like she's like I'll find you, or no, that was the sorority girls.
No, that was Lilky.
Okay. I'm gonna approach her just cause I'm curious about what the fuck this is, like, cause nobody told me anything. So I want to approach her and try to figure out like what this event is or what is going on around here. What did I bring myself into?
Yeah, absolutely. She is sitting on a rock that looks to be having smashed a little bit by probably a barbarian into looking somewhat like a seat, and she's sitting on it as she's just nursing a beer and kind of looking bored. She looks up at you. She gestures with her eyes to the seat next to her before boredly looking back out at the stupid boys who are roughhousing.
Okay, I will take a seat next to her. Where are the beers? Because I'm like, oh my God, liquor?
Yeah, next to the campfire is a cooler, and there's a bunch of beer sticking out of the ice.
I will grab one of those beers.
They're really crummy beer, super cheap. It will probably take you a lot to get drunk, and before that, you're gonna be bloated from all that yeast. They're really shitty beers.
Ew, I should have brought my own. That's great.
Like a Bud Light.
That's great. Like a Bud Light. Ugh,
Hitting.
I don't know about that anymore. I guess I'll just take a seat next to her.
I'm telling you, I'm describing what the beers are. Your character doesn't know that about the beers. I'm just telling you about the beers.
Okay. Bet.
So
I
no
guess she would
metagaming, I'm
go-
just giving you information.
I'm sorry. Okay, okay, then she would grab one of the beers. She's like, ooh, liquor, 'cause she knows about liquor. She'd grab one of the beers and then go sit next to her, before asking her, what is this event? I was invited here with no details.
This empty bottle is gonna be my beer. I need to get into a roll. Yeah, no, this is Hangman's Drop. They're gonna cliff jump in a bit.
They're they're going to jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
I'm writing this down.
It's like a stupid thing that Geldul has like new people at the school do. And like a lot of like fraternity initiates love kissing up to Geldul, so they'll do it. And like half of them die. It's honestly the only reason why I come. Everything else is boring.
I am. She's like,
She's
oh.
crazy.
Yeah. My character's like, oh. She's like picking up that the school has like no fucks. Like a lot of the people here just don't give a fuck and people die. She saw that fucking teacher like just before she came here on fire, ready to freaking kill anybody in our class who tried to put out her flames, and she's like, this school is just chaotic. She enjoys the chaos and stuff. But she's like, this is a lot more chaos than she was expecting from a college, because like the college that she came from wasn't this hectic. It was chaotic, but this is a completely new level and stuff. So she's gonna just sit back and be like, let's get buck wild. Like, let's fuck around and see how spicy this event gets. Like, I was invited here. What an adrenaline rush. He was right. People are dying. That's crazy. Yeah, I think she would sit back, but she'd also scan the area because she's like, where the fuck
Does she
is my
want
main gun?
information about the cliff from Perseria, or is she just gonna say, fuck it, let's just jump?
She's okay. I think that she would scan the area because she'd want to be like, is the dude that I came here with as like extra for the day, is he gonna jump? I think she would ask and stuff like, why is it called Hangman's Drop? Like, why where, how did this become a thing?
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't realize that you were asking me. I thought you were
No,
just saying this is what you wanted to do. My bad.
You're okay.
Right. So there are like some really fucked rocks down there, and if you jump wrong, the waves from the wind hitting the water will impale you on them. But if you also jump wrong, you can like end up outside of like this thing's cave that lives in the lake. I think it's like some kind of serpent, but nobody believes me. Anyway, you have to jump in a precise way, because if not, you die. And then if you get impaled on the rocks, usually how it looks is as if you're hanging, because it usually impales you from your head. Fun, right?
What an entertaining evening this is going to be. She's like sitting, the way she said that almost sounded like I feel like how she didn't mean for it to come off as if she was about to watch servants do things to please like royalty, and she's just sitting there like, this is supposed to be entertaining for higher ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you to roll for another perception.
Oh my god, don't fail me.
I will give you the DC. I would prefer if you hit a 20 or above.
I hit a 17.
Damn.
Yeah. The rolls just
Must
aren't
been
as
no
good as
dice,
day
but I
one.
can give you more information about the world around you now. I just can't give you the information yet.
Alright.
Don't worry, now that you have like most of your surroundings, your next roll will be with an advantage, because now you know your surroundings.
Okay.
Around you, you can see what surrounds this giant lake. This lake could probably swallow up the school, and the school is already very big. And you can see in the middle of this lake a blackness, and you know that the depth of it is probably unknown. If there is a beast like Prysteria was talking about that's living in there, it probably could grow to a very decent size. You can also see that it looks to be almost as if there's like a running trail that's going around the lake. And far, far, far in the distance, you can see like a little break in the trees back there, almost as if there might be a road. Behind you, though, you see Latoris absolutely hiding in the tree line. He is not getting undressed. He is trying not to be seen by these guys, so he is not being forced to jump as well.
Oh, he's hiding. I think I would let me roll. Oh, I don't need to roll. Let me Misty Step over there so nobody notices. I was like, I don't want to fail a stealth roll.
Okay.
I'm just gonna Misty
You can Misty Step.
I'm just gonna Misty Step over to him and be like,
Yeah.
hey, I see that you're fucking hiding. I didn't say that. I'm gonna appear right next to him. Or whatever.
Okay.
Boom.
He's gonna jump a little. Oh.
Just a little too chaotic.
No, it's my older sister died from jumping the hangman drop. So I just did not know we were coming here.
I didn't know we were coming here either. I wasn't giving any information. I didn't know everybody was gonna get naked. Just
Yeah, you could get weighed down if your clothes are too heavy.
okay.
So are you also jumping then?
I haven't yet decided. I heard that there's a serpent in the water. Kinda curious.
I don't think it's a serpent. I think it's more like a hippocampus or something.
Can I roll history on what the fuck? I never heard that shit in my life.
The face that Zom gave when I said that is so funny. Yeah, you can roll history on it.
I got a 9.
You ain't got a damn clue what that is, but you think it might have to do with the hippo.
Yeah. Be like, I'm gonna say that too.
And you know they live in water, so.
Be like, oh, yeah, a hippo. Okay. That's makes more sense than a serpent. She's like
I'm just
saying
clocking
this,
everybody's
like,
facial
funny.
expressions. It's so funny.
She's like looking at him like, okay, hippos.
He's like nodding as if she like gets it. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Hippos live here. Okay. Didn't know that.
No, hippocampus.
A fancy hippo. Okay.
No, it's a nymph. They're from the Fae realm.
Oh.
They're tricksters.
Oh.
I think they drown people.
Okay. Well, I'm not jumping in there to be drowned by a hippo fae. That suits my interest in jumping off of a cliff. Though I love adrenaline, I just don't think I want to strip in front of everybody and risk meeting a hippo. Hippo fae.
So you're gonna tell Geldul that you're not going to, how did he put it, live. He doesn't take no nicely.
What's he gonna do? Force me? I don't see him anywhere approaching me, asking me if I was gonna jump. He asked me if I wanted adrenaline rush, and watching people die is quite the rush. I came here for an adrenaline rush, and what I do with my time is of my own concern. She's like irritated to think that somebody would question if she wants to do something. She's like, I'll put his ass to sleep and I'll push him off the cliff myself. Like, don't try me.
I mean, she's correct. He never, like, exactly asked.
Yeah. You didn't tell me that I was going to be jumping off a cliff. Okay, you asked if I wanted adrenaline rush. Show me an adrenaline rush. Yeet yourself, playboy. Get the party going.
Playboy. So fucking funny. Um, he's like chuckling. He thinks you're funny. You watch as Geldul is like looking over the cliff, before he steps back, and you watch as the guys who were once roughhousing are now quiet and nervous and inching closer towards the edge and no longer pretending to throw each other off of it, but taking it kind of seriously. As Geldol steps back and folds his arms across his chest, almost as if he's waiting. And you watch as the guys begin doing rock, paper, scissors amongst themselves to see who goes first. I wish I was alive when those aired, like, live, you know? Instead of reruns. I wish I was alive when it happened live.
So,
I wish I was old.
I am gonna look at Luterus. Luterus, right?
Notorious.
Luterus. I looked at my
Luterus,
notes
that makes me
and
think.
I looked
You
at
were
my
trying to
notes.
call him ludicrous.
I looked at my notes and I was like, how do I pronounce this? Luterus. And I'm gonna be like, we don't have to participate, but I think it's kind of cheating that a dragon, of all things, is jumping. Can't they fly? We can get closer if you want. Nobody will notice. Should we get a closer look? See if he fails, since he wants to be so cocky, high and mighty.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm gonna
I would love
cast
that.
a level 3 invisibility, which means that if I am touching another creature, they also are invisible. It's only one additional creature, though.
Period.
Period.
Do you have to touch them the entire time?
Nope, I just have to touch them once.
But how do you
But
touch them?
we wouldn't be able to see each other, so I'm gonna be holding his hand the whole time. So I'm gonna grab him by his hand and I'm gonna cast a level 3 invisibility so we don't get split up. And I'm just gonna grab his hand and be like, ready? And then snap, like, be sassy and snap my finger, and then we're invisible, and I'm like, let's go. And like shuffle our way over there. And then while I'm walking through the boys and stuff, I'm like, you're gonna die. Like, just like whispering in the air, like, oh, you're gonna die. Like, just being.
They're visibly more freaked out. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Is this place haunted?
Oh my god, I'm cracking the fuck up.
But yeah, you make your way up to Geldul.
Can I roll an insight on him?
You can absolutely roll an insight on him.
I just want to see if, like, he's like, I know what I'm doing. Or if he's like, why do I do this?
Why do I do this? Why am I evil?
Why am I evil? I got a 21.
Fucking bet. So, looking at Geldul, now that you're close to actually see his facial expressions in the dark, he looks concerned for the guys that he's watching, and you can see every time that they move a step, his face twitches, almost as if to be like, oh, not there, don't jump from there, that place is better, no, don't go back, go to the other direction. Like, but he's not verbally saying anything, as if this might be like a rite of passage for like the fraternity brothers, but he wants them to live.
Ooh, not me, not. Okay, Azaria, though, she loves being a little devil's advocate, and she would want to fucking, she's like, she's picking this up, she's like, I'm jotting this down. She's gonna start whispering things, but like not in her own voice. She's gonna kind of make herself sound almost as if like she's part of the wind.
Okay.
So it would be really low and breathy. But I'm gonna try to mimic it, but I'm not gonna do very good. She's gonna be like, half of these men will die if you don't speak up. Deaths will be on your hands if you don't say something. Do you want to live with the deaths of dozens of men? All on your fingertips.
You see, like, a shiver go up his spine before he rolls his shoulders and look over his shoulder. Like, he's still, like, standing strong and big, but for that one glimpse, you can see, like, the unnerve that he feels from the whispering. And he steps forward, and you watch as he walks over to the guys as they're all huddled together and they're trying to figure something out. And he like puts his hands on one of their shoulders, and he's like bending down and he's talking to them. And you can see the guys visibly start to relax, and they're all looking at the exact same specific spot.
She's like, I want this to be an adrenaline rush, but I don't want to go to school the next day and everybody's like super sad because half of their classmates just died. They're like, I knew that guy, that was my sister's boyfriend. Like, oh, that was my cousin who jumped and he got impaled. And she's like, that's gonna suck because I'm trying to party hardy.
I don't want real world to come to my party and drugs. Get that out of here.
I'm like, I'm cool with I'm cool with like setting the school on fire, doing chaotic things, but this, watching people die, I mean, it's definitely a cup of tea I drink from, but watching all of them die, let's be real. I want to see this hippo drown people. I don't want to see them get hit by rocks. She's like,
Wait, I have a question out of topic. Moon, do you know what a hippocampus is?
no.
Oh, it's like it's a mythological creature. It is like a half horse, half like lake
I
nymph
know what you're
creature.
talking about. I know what you're
it
talking
changes
about.
like it depends on like where you're getting the lore from, because there's hippocampus in Native American lore too, and it's different than the European lore. So it really depends on where you're getting it from, but basically either way is they're tricksters, and if you don't treat them like a certain way while they're on land in a horse form, then they will trick you to getting onto their back, and then you won't be able to get off because they're like sticky, and they'll like take you down into the water where they turn into like this like horrific sea creature, and then they drown you.
I know exactly what you're talking about now. I watched a video. I just didn't know what they were called, but like I'd seen the folklore for
But I know the lore changes depending on where you get it from.
I think
But there's hippocampus everywhere.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about now. I seen a video on them because I love watching fucking creepypastas. Anyways, I knew exactly. I just didn't know what they were called.
Mythology!
Yeah, but what I watch things on is creepypastas, like Mick creepypastas. That's how I fucking find out what a lot of things are, is by creepy.
That's fair.
It's
No, I
Mick
get you. It's fair.
creepypasta.
But that's what they are, mythology wise. That's what they are.
Okay,
I just didn't know if you knew what they were.
I
Like I
didn't know what
knew
they
that
were
we
called.
knew that Azaria were hippocampus.
And she's like, well, what the fuck?
They are
Um,
terrifying because they just look like a horse on land.
Fuck. I didn't know what they were called, but I do. I know what those are. I didn't know what they were called though. Oh my god. She's like,
They just look like horses, so they're like, and they're really pretty. So you wanna pet them, and then you're stuck to them,
oh, that's so horrifying.
and they're like, mine.
so horrifying.
You're with me now.
She's like interested more in these hippocampus than people dying from rocks. She's like, that's
Yeah.
whatever. She's like, that's whatever, kind of basic. I'm interested in things that I don't know nothing about. She's like, I'm interested in the other way they could die. She's like, I want to see less rock deaths, hanging man drops, and more spooky stuff. So she's like, I'm glad that I did that. She's like looking, 'cause she's holding his hand. She's like looking at him, knowing that they can't see each other, and she's like, I'm cheesing right now. I'm so excited. She has no idea because she can't do. I can't roll an insight. She has no visible features of his face to be able to tell how he's feeling right now. But she's playing a different role. She's not trying to deceive him and stuff, but she's definitely giving off a different role and stuff. She's like, I think that I just saved a majority of these men, all from being a ghost. She does like little finger taps on his hand, like do.
You can hear him chuckling, but the chuckling kind of sounds forced, almost as if he thinks that you expect him to laugh at it, but he's not saying anything to you. He's kind of tense.
He's still tense. That's fine. He could be tense. I wasn't trying to make him laugh and stuff, but I'm like, I just saved a bunch of people. Kind of. I wasn't going to stop it. I don't think I could have talked him out of stopping it and stuff, but she's still interested. Yeah. She's definitely super fucking chaotic, so if he likes her, he's got to like all the aspects of this crazy bitch's spectrum. She's like, it's all over the place. She's like, if I'm going to see this, I'm going to see this for spicy, not for what everybody thinks is going to happen. We're spicing it up. She's like, let's prove this cheerleader if there's a serpent. All right.
So you watch as one by one these guys get into like their spot and they begin to jump, and every single one of them out of these 5 guys make it except for one who slipped on the rocks when he jumped, and unfortunately he fell directly on the impaling rocks below. But with all the other guys, they managed to not only land in that safe zone, but they swam to the bank at the bottom of the lake. Not at the bottom of the lake, but at the bottom of the cliff. God. They're not swimming all the way down there, Jesus. But they swim to the bank at the bottom of the cliff, and looking out, I would like you to give me another perception with the understanding that you're rolling for advantage as you now know your surroundings.
So roll twice?
Yes, your DC that you're trying to hit is 20. I'm gonna be so mad if you don't do it. But it'll be fun, I guess. That 10 hurts.
I know. Oh, I got 23.
Period! Okay. Now I have to make you roll again. I need you to roll... I need you to roll a DC Wisdom saving throw.
A DC... Okay, a Wisdom saving throw?
Yes. And you are trying to beat a DC of 15.
Girl, my Wisdom is the worst one. I got a 13.
Damn. That's okay.
I got bad wisdom. My intellect and my wisdom are my worst qualities. I'm just pretty.
I get to read from the thing that I written down then.
Those are my worst qualities, and you're like, yeah, save yourself, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. Somebody save
as you're looking out amongst the lake, and you're looking down at the guys who are swimming their way to safety, you feel a cold sweat begin to drop down the back of your neck, down your back, down your spine, and you freeze. And you don't exactly know why. You know that you yourself is not afraid, and yet you feel an immobilizing fear. And almost as if you cannot stop yourself, you slowly turn your head to that gap in the trees, squinting your eyes, and it's a blink and you'll miss it, but you see it. There is a lake house that is illuminating a red glow, and it fills you with terrorizing fear, and you want to do nothing but run. What do you do?
I think that would break my concentration, and we would no longer be invisible.
But you'd be holding hands still?
We would be holding hands still. I think he would notice, but I feel like he would notice how I'm just staring. Like I wouldn't leave. My mind would be bathroom. My mind would be
You're good.
racing and trying to figure out what that is and what's going on, and almost like she's terrified and in fear, but she also has that sliver of curiosity as what the fuck is that and what the fuck is it doing here and why is it glowing? And like a part of her would be like check it out, but a part of her would be like she'd be conflicted with two sides of her, like figure out what that is and why it's here and why is it glowing? Why am I afraid of it? And don't fucking go near that. Don't do that. And she I feel like she would have like a scared, conflicted look on her face.
Standing next to you, in the same immobilizing fear, you can see out of your peripheral vision is Latoris, and he is looking at the exact same thing. And he's holding and harboring the exact same fear with the same confused look because he knows it's not his fear. As you are both aware, you yourselves are not afraid. This is a fear that is getting put onto you, into you, from this source. And it seems like you're the only two that have noticed it.
So we know that it's not our fear.
Mm-hmm. And yet you feel so very afraid. You are able to move now.
I'm like, would I roll an investigation or an insight on that building?
It would probably be an investigation.
Yo, I got a 3.
Unfortunately, with how scared you are, you're unable to take your eyes from the illuminating glow to notice anything else about the lake house. Welcome back, Blue.
God, I
As
just
you
feel
both
like she
are
would
standing
go
there.
near it.
Yeah. As you both are standing there, you are suddenly pulled out of this fear as a warm, large hand slaps onto your shoulder and Geldol breaks your focus on the house. No longer seeing the house or the illuminating glow as you're no longer focused on it as it was too far in the distance and you only managed to see it that brief glimpse of a time. But the fear is gone, and yet repeating in your head is, you are safe, you are loved, come home.
Somebody just touched my shoulder?
Yeah, Geldul didn't say anything to you. He was, like, he's concerned because you and Latoris are just staring off in the distance, so he's like, he put a hand on your shoulder to check how you're doing. Like, he's just like, are you alright?
She would, like, she'd stay staring for, like, a split moment before, looking at his hand on her shoulder and then, like, looking up at him and just kind of shaking it off, like, yeah, I thought I saw something for a moment, but, it's probably nothing.
You can feel Latoris squeeze your hand and tense up again, signaling to you that he saw it too, without saying anything to Geldul. But Geldul just nods and he goes, right, so, are you wanting to jump?
She's like lost in her thoughts right now, and it's clearly visible on her face that she's not like fully there. She's like, 'cause all she's thinking about is that house that she saw. And she's like, she takes a moment, like she's not making eye contact, like she's trying to gather her thoughts, and she's like, not now. I need a moment. I don't know what happened. My apologies. It was great to watch and see that all of you but one made it. Great free falling from you guys. Like she's like almost like it's scripted, like she's not fully there, but she's trying to
Yeah. He's
hold a
noticing, he's picking it
conversation.
up. As she's talking, he's beginning to pull his pants back on. He doesn't know what's going on with her, but he's obviously concerned, and Latoris is also acting very weird, and he's not gonna let you two just go home by yourselves. Though he hates Latoris, his concern is mainly for you. Latoris can't be trusted if he's also out of whack, so he's like, so stop it. So he sees you and Latoris super out of whack and not there. You're both so far gone that he doesn't trust either of you getting home safely. Because though you did follow a path up through the cliffs, the forests still aren't safe. There are natural beasts that live there. So he wants to make sure that you guys are okay. Not for Latoris' sake, but for yours. He doesn't give a two shits what happens to that elf.
Fuck. She is gonna clear her throat and kind of like stand up straight, as if like she's like almost like it's natural and stuff for her to stand up like in her natural form of standing up straight, like how she'd lived with her family, always having to be proper. She just kind of stands up like she's collecting herself automatically. And she like slowly lets go of Latoris's hand and like brushes herself off as if she's trying to regather herself and be like, it's fine, like whatever I saw. She's like, in her head, she's like, I'm gonna fucking investigate that. Like, that shit was weird. This shit's gonna have me thinking for days if I don't. And she's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks for bringing me here. That was a great adrenaline rush. And, how did, this event come to be? Like, curious. Sorry for not participating. She's still like trying to gather herself, and she's like getting almost frustrated that she's like,
he's like shoving his shoes like on like his kind of damp wet foot, struggling to get fully dressed as he's like listening to you. He's trying to respond to you, but also is like making sure that you're not just gonna walk off just in case you accidentally walk off the cliff. He doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He just assumes it's a psychotic break that's happening between you both. So like he's like, I don't know what's going on, but just in case you might be tripping on acid, I'll be your sitter. Like I'll figure it out, guys. So like as he's like pulling all of like his clothing and stuff on, and he's like getting his gear and everything, he's responding to you. The tradition of jumping off the hangman's cliff has been around since when my grandfather was in the fraternity. It's just a thing that the fraternity always does with their initiates. And wait, what was that other question? Sorry, my shoe wouldn't get on my foot.
She doesn't remember. I don't even remember. And she's like, this has been she like kind of knows, cuz her line, like, I feel, do drows live a while?
Yeah, they live up, they are elves. They're just elves of the Underdark, so they live the same amount of years that elves. And on the Ewen lore page, it has it that I believe they live up to 2,000 years old. Is their max, like the max age that any elf has ever lived to was 2,000.
Okay, so she knows that that dragons also live an extended amount of lives. Like, they live a pretty long time. She doesn't know a lot about them, but she knows that they have a long lifespan. So she's like, his grandfather's, like, this has been a thing for obviously a really long time. And there's obviously been like fucking decades of this shit going on. She like looks at him with a stern face. Have you heard of a red glowing house in the woods here?
Not a red glowing house, but there is a house in the woods here. It's the Thalval's, lake house.
She like points in the direction of where she saw it, of the house. She's like, is it over there?
Yeah, it's on the other side of the lake over there. How did you even see it from over here? And he's like squinting and stuff.
I just have immaculate eyesight.
Oh, because of the drow living in the dark. Is that offensive? I'm sorry.
It's not offensive. It's fine. I think I'm gonna go check it out.
I'm gonna come with you. It looks like Latoris might explode mentally. He does not look alright, and there are things in the woods, and you are a new student, so I think it is only proper as your senior to make sure that you are okay while you're traversing at night. And I did invite you, and it would be rude if I just let you go and get into possibly harm's way.
She's gonna pat his chest like, I appreciate that, thank you. And she's gonna look at Latoris and cast Calm Emotions. And if he wants to reject that, he can. He just has to roll.
No, he'll accept it. He won't reject it.
Okay, yeah, it just calms. So all he feels is like calm, happy thoughts. Any other emotions don't fucking exist. And I can do this to up to a group of people. Like,
yeah, he relaxes immensely. And then he looks down at you and he's like, did you see the glow?
I did, and whatever that was, I'm gonna investigate it because that fear wasn't mine.
Did you hear the voices?
Yeah, I did. Which
How many did you hear?
Just one.
Oh. And he looks nervous, but still very calm. It's just more of a nervousness of confusion. He doesn't know what's going on.
She's gonna.
He rolled a fucking nat 1, so I had to torture him.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Not even the NPCs are safe.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm like, I feel like this might be a lot. Like, I feel like a lot's happened tonight, and if you need to go back to your dorm and rest.
Oh no, I want to know what the fuck that is.
Okay, well, I was just saying that if you needed to relax, you can. I
will let you know if it gets too much for me, but right now, I just want to know what's going on.
Alright, she's gonna look at both of them and she's gonna be like, safe word, Hakuna Matata, let's go.
It means no worries for the rest of your life.
She is gonna, like, she's the type of person who's like, nobody's gonna lead me. She's gonna start walking ahead of them. She's like, nobody's leading me. I know where I'm going. I saw it. She's gonna start making her way to where she saw that house.
Okay.
And I feel like she'd be the type of bitch who's like, if somebody tries to step past her, she's gonna like, I'm speed walking. Who are you to step in front of me?
They won't. They're back behind her. They're like pressing their shoulders against each other, trying to like get in front of each other. They're following, but
Oh my god.
they're having their issues.
Oh my, do I clock this? Can I roll?
You can.
Oh, what would I roll?
It would be I would say an insight on their behavior.
Christ.
Because
Boy.
they are trying to be subtle about it so that you don't see it.
Oh, I fucking noticed it. I got a 23.
Yeah, you definitely noticed.
Can I pick up? I got a 23. What
Yeah,
am I?
you pick up that they definitely, you don't know why you didn't clock this before, but they definitely do not like each other.
She's
Like, you have no idea why you did not clock this before. It is so obvious. You have no idea how long ago this feud has been going on, but they hate each other.
I feel
You
like
were also starting to clock that the weird behavior that Latoris was giving before wasn't because of the group. It was because Geldul was there.
I feel like she wouldn't even look at them, and she would just like, you know, when a bitch is like walking and they're just like rubbing their temple, like, why am I clocking this so late? Like, what the fuck? Now she has questions. She's like, don't give me a headache right now. Like, we've got shit I'm trying to experience and figure out, and you guys are about to give me the most go the fuck home or I'm turning this ship around type of vibes.
Well, you did look at me in my face and was like, what about a love triangle? And I said, bet. And I wrote that shit down in my DM notes.
She's going to, not even turning around to look at them, she is in the most stern, as like almost like commanding tone. Is there anything I need to know before we're stuck in the woods together and I have you two behind me fucking boy fighting?
You hear Latoris immediately respond with, Geldul can't be trusted. He's a piece of shit. And then Geldul immediately responding with, and he's a fucking pussy. He'll just leave you. That's what you do, Latoris. You just fucking run, don't you? And they start fucking pushing into each other more.
Oh my god.
This is year-long beef. This is this is old beef. I laughed and it hurt my ribs, so I had to like adjust my clothing so I could sit up straight. They do eventually stop though. Like they're like rough with each other, but like seeing Azaria like upset, they're quick to stop, immediately clocking that they're both trying to like gain approval of her.
What the
Sorry
fuck
about
is
that. My phone crashed.
But you are clocking that they are both trying to like make sure that they still hold your approval for them as you are walking. As you begin approaching, sorry, I was reading what Blue said in the Twitch thing. As you begin approaching the house, you no longer see that red glow anymore. And walking up to the house, it looks unused, almost as if it's been there for decades. The wood is cracked and it's holding mold in between its cracks from the weathering of the lake around it and the natural elements that surround this house. Once you enter the house, there is no furniture to be seen, not even dust in areas where there would once be furniture. It is barren. Especially considering that Geldul said that people lived here. Each room has nothing in it, but you do find a black door at the end of the hallway, and you're scared to touch it.
Damn, I was gonna pull some shit out while they were still like bickering and stuff when we were walking, but I let wait.
Hey, we're on a time crunch. I'm trying to get shit
I
going for you
know.
guys.
I want to roll for Arcana or Investigation. Like, I want to kind of roll for Arcana because nope, they're both shit.
Yeah, you can definitely roll for Arcana.
They're both shit. No, I don't know shit. I got a 4. Because my intelligence and wisdom are dookie booty.
Dookie booty.
They are. They are.
Okay. But dookie booty. Sorry, I'm a child. Where were we? Yeah. Yeah, so with that 4, you don't sense Arcana, though you wouldn't have sensed Arcana anyway, as this isn't Arcana. There is no magic here.
Okay. I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna look at the 2 boys. And I'm gonna serious face. The most serious face. Heads or tails?
They both in unison say tails, and then glare at each other.
For 2 boys who don't like each other, it's like you guys are twins. And she pulls a she
Oh,
pulls
no, it almost seems like they were once friends.
Yeah, she's like, that's why she said they were twins, like, 'cause you know how besties kind of like become like the same bitch.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, it almost seems like you guys are twins. So she takes out her wallet and grabs like a coin and flips it up in the air. And don't you worry, because I actually keep quarters on me. Don't you fucking worry.
Bet. Tell me what we got.
Fucking heads. Fucking heads. Tails would have been they touched the door.
I figured.
Yeah. Fucking shit. Azaria sighs and she looks at them and is like, if anything happens and you leave me, just know that it's gonna be so horrible for the both of you if I survive. Excruciating, actually. And she goes over and tries to open the door.
Upon touching the doorknob, I need you to make a wisdom DC saving throw of 25.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
I'm just giving you DC, hun.
It's a 4. It's a 4.
As you touch the door, you are immediately removed from your body, and you're suddenly being dragged through the shrubbery and the dead leaves on the ground of the forest by your ankle, and you are screaming and you're trying to grab onto anything and everything, holding onto limbs and cutting up your hands as you are continuously pulled. And the person in front of you is cloaked and masked. You don't know who this person is. The last unfreeze. Your last memory your last memory being of when you were getting ready to go to work for that day, excited to meet the new people that you were going to see. You were starting this job for the first time and you were excited, and now you're being dragged through the woods and you don't know where you're going, but you can see the house as you're approaching it, and they are dragging you up the porch stairs, and you are trying to cling to the door frames, your nails scratching the door frames as you are pulled away, your nails being pulled off of your fingers in the process, as you are pulled through the house and dragged down to the basement, where you are then stabbed 3 times in the stomach before thrown on a gurney, and while you are alive and awake, they begin carving into you and pulling out your organs, and you reach your hands forward to stop them, to beg, to plead, and you see your hands are fuzzy and small, and their paws. And then you awake on that gurney, back to yourself, back to being your noble drow self in this pitch black dark room, your dark vision giving you glimpses, and you can see it looks like a surgical suite down in this basement, and you don't know how you got on top of this gurney, but you're here and you're strapped down, and next to you asleep on the ground are the 2 boys.
she, to herself, is like, why in the fuck did I even flip a quarter over this? Like, I didn't even like the door in the beginning. She's like contemplating everything that led up to this moment. She's like, and they're sleeping? What is this fucking snooze fest? Like, you came here and stuff to make sure that everything was going to be fine, and it's not. I brought the worst people who don't even like each other with, like, I could have just been my own protector, barely. She's like contemplating everything that's gone on so far. She's like, Jesus Christ. She wants to roll. I want to roll. Yeah, we're the same bitch. She's gonna roll perception. We're gonna roll fucking perception. Like, what the fuck?
On what do you want to roll perception on? The room?
The entire area, like, what's going on. She's
Okay.
like trying to figure out, like, if she could pick up key points of, like, who could have, she picked up as soon as, like, she had went into that vision that wasn't her, but I feel like she felt everything that person went through, and
Mhm.
she is trying not to panic, but she feels fear and is now trying to figure out if this is going to happen to her and if she can get out of these straps, like if she can figure out how to get the fuck out of here.
I can tell you without a perception, just moving these straps loosen. They're not actually strapped to you. They were just held in place slightly. They weren't latched or anything, so you can get out of the gurney.
She's gonna start fucking, she wants to be quiet about it though. I feel like she'd want to be, I'm gonna roll sleight of hand to try to be, like, quiet or just, like, get out of them swiftly but without making a lot of noise.
Absolutely, absolutely. Also, welcome to one of my campaigns, Bunny.
I got a 20.
Damn, it's a dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20.
You almost got me. I got
No,
excited for a second.
I got an unnatural 20.
Yeah. It almost seems like you are in a hospital. It's way too clean in here. The walls are white, even with the black and white vision from your dark vision. It is way too clean, and it doesn't seem like it is a part of the same building you first went into. Though when you look at the stairs, they are that molded, breaking apart wood. So the room is newer than the actual lake house. You alright?
I was choking.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That's why I was making sure you're okay.
Once she's, like, fully unstrapped on the gurney, she would get out, she'd get off of it, trying to be as quiet as possible before going over and without hesitation kicking both of them to wake them up, like, as hard as she could.
Yeah. So when you kick them, they definitely begin to, like, rise, like they're like arising from their sleep. And as they begin moving, you see, like, almost as if they themselves were stabbed in a similar way, cuts in their clothing from the knife, though their actual skin and scales haven't been touched. But their clothing is jagged and torn apart, as if they were the ones on the gurney instead of you, yet your clothes are perfectly fine. You are untouched.
She's gonna roll for medicine to see
Absolutely.
what the fuck, and if they're... Yo, I got a 6. She's kind of panicking right now. She doesn't notice shit.
You know that they're hurt, but you don't know how. Because you can't see anything, so you know that they're hurt, but you don't know how.
Did you kill my dates?
No, they were alive, I tell you. I told you nobody was dying this session. I meant that for the NPCs too.
Okay.
I just never told you that I was gonna be nice, you know?
She's gonna heal. She's gonna do cure wounds on both of them. I'll roll it twice.
Alright, that.
I I got a 4 for 1. We'll do,
Okay.
or it was an 8. An 8 for, let's do an 8 for fucking the Taurus. And a fucking 12 for, I almost said Gondor, for fucking the Dragonborn,
Geldul.
Geldul.
His name is a jumble in your mouth. I get it.
She's gonna heal them, and in their language, because I don't know how you work this in, but she speaks Draconic and Elvish.
Yeah.
So
You can just talk to them and like
She
let me know
feels
that
like
she's talking in
yeah.
either language.
she feels like they might be being watched. So she's gonna speak to them instead of using common. She's gonna speak to them in their languages, and in Draconic, she is gonna look at Galdul and be like, I don't know who the fuck put us to sleep, but this isn't a safe place. We're speaking in code. We're gonna be staying in code this whole time. I don't know if he's shocked that she could speak in his language, but she's like,
He's shocked in general. Like he's
Yeah.
just going through shock. So like his eye, like he's just sitting up and his eyes are just wide, and because he didn't feel any of the fear that you guys felt before, and now he is for the first time. So like he's like, I don't know what the fuck you guys got me into. But like he looks at you and like with Draconic being his first language, it's easier for him to talk in when he's under this immense amount of stress, as he just replies with, right, yeah, watch, we should leave.
what do you think, I'm gonna spend the night here? Of course we're leaving. And then without even like continuing the conversation, she's gonna look at Latoris and in Elvish, she's gonna be like, she's gonna snap her fingers like, I need you to focus, okay? We're leaving. We're gonna get out of here. Code only. Don't speak in common. We're not speaking in common. I don't think that we're alone here, and we're getting the fuck out. Somebody, and she's like almost as if she's like switching between languages as fast as she can, trying to tell them that we weren't the first ones to be tortured here. We're not a first victim. We need to leave.
They are very immediate with like, this is the best idea that you've ever fucking came up with ever. Like, you're a fucking genius. They're very quick with getting up, like, not caring if they leave anything behind. Like, they're just, like, making sure that all three of you are together as they're, like, bum rushing the fucking... bum rush.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a child. as they're I have to use the word because that's what they are
Fine,
doing.
fine.
They are bum rushing the door, and upon opening it and all of you guys falling through this doorway, you are in a very nice, pristine house. The walls are painted and there's a nice trim on the borders. There is beautiful furniture, kind of oldish. It looks almost like maybe a grandmother lives here. You can smell maybe a stew cooking on the stove. And it is bright with light as there's candles lit. And it's a house. So when you look behind you, you see a generator down there, and you see like a little workstation, and not the gurney in the hospital you once saw, but just a normal basement.
Because she was just in a vision, I feel like she'd be more paranoid and pull out her fucking weapon. She'd pull out her rapier and be like, yo, I'm about to cut anybody who touches me because this is fake. Like, I know what the fuck I saw and what the fuck I came here about. She's like holding her rapier like, I will fucking shank anybody who comes near me because I've got shit I gotta do. I got a whole life, Everything is a fucking delusion. The world is fake. Time isn't real. She's tweaking. Like, she's fucking
Time
tweaking.
is a lie.
Time is a lie. We live in a fucking system. Like,
we're in the Matrix.
oh my god.
As you make your way through, you can hear somebody humming in the kitchen area, and you can see some steam coming out of there from somebody cooking. And the boys are not stopping. They, like, look in the area, but just like you, they don't know what the fuck is going on, and they are also on edge. And as you make your way out, you look down at the doorway where that person that you vision yourself being once scratched these gnarly scratches in there trying to stop themselves from being taken, and you can see in the grooves of the wood those indentions. Whatever you saw was real, but you don't know if what you're seeing now is also real, but it feels real. And as you leave, you can see that there's rocking chairs on the porch now. There's a couple of hanging plants. There's a little small boat on the lake next to the house. There's a carriage in the driveway. Somebody lives there. Just like Geldul said.
I imagine that the porch and stuff, there's like wood for the staircase. And like on one of them, she would slash an X as like a reminder, because she thinks that everything's a delusion. So if she were to come back and there's an X there, and it's different, she wants to be able to see, she wants to be able to remember both visions. So she's gonna make an X to remind her that this was the place.
When you slice your X into the wood, you can see a bit of the paint on the wood peel. It's only been painted in the last little bit. It's almost freshly dry. And it peels and you can see that disgusting rotting wood underneath. Somebody decorated while you were under.
Oh, hell nah. She's not even gonna investigate. Like, I feel like she would like sheathe her rapier and then like fucking aggressively grab them and just start dragging these fuckers. Like, we gotta go. This is the time and place. I'm a fucking bard. What the fuck do I know? Like, I don't do no fucking dancey dance, weaponizing. I'm dipping. Like, what am I gonna do? Put a monster to sleep? I mean, I can, and I will, but that's about as far as I'm going. I'm putting a bitch to sleep, and I'm leaving. I'm gonna pull out my level 3 sleep spell, put that bitch to nighty-night bed by, and I'm skedaddling. She's skedaddling. She's not even gonna investigate. She's like, her mind right now.
Yeah, they're running with you.
Her mind right now is that whoever's cooking is either who took them or who turned into a beast. But she doesn't want to find out right now. Like, she can't focus. She can't think properly. This isn't the time for her to do this. She's gonna just leave. She's like, I'd rather come back when I know that I can handle learning more about this rather than now where I feel nothing but panic and wanting to make sure that I'm not the reason that these boys end up dying because I was curious.
Period. Yeah, they're gladly running with you. They are maybe equally as scared and as nervous about this situation. And since all three of you are making your way away from the house, you still feel that cold sweat, like coming from it, almost as if like it's still like pulling at you, drawing you back towards the house. And as you get further and further away, you can feel almost as if somebody cuts a string, they sever that connection. And the moment you make it onto that school border, the moment you're on campus, the fear is gone. You feel protected. And you don't know why.
I feel like she would
I
think
got
about
makeup in my nose.
she would think about how she would start thinking and trying to piece things together, like what's weird about this school, why do I feel this way, what's going on with that house, why is the campus a safe place, why. She's like thinking and stuff, and then she would look at both of them. She's like, the club, there's tape around the club, what happened there, what's different. Like, she's trying to think of just the little things that can make big things. She's like, little things equal larger things that I don't know about. And now she's not trying to point blame, but out of panic, she's now like, she's like almost like she's being almost like aggressive, like not trying to be rude to them, but she's like, I want to know why there's tape. Why is there tape around that orchestra? What's going on this campus? And what the fuck do you guys know? How long have you been going to this school and things have been off? This campus has not been a normal college. And I want to know everything you guys have on this place, or I'll find out my fucking self.
They look a little confused hearing your like sudden outburst after they got back on campus. You notice they seem perfectly fine. They're no longer scared. It doesn't even seem like whatever just happened bothered them. And as they're looking between each other and they're looking down at you, Geldol kind of chuckles. He's like, are you alright? Did something happen? Did you not enjoy the cliff jumping?
She would take a step back, like quickly, like she's like almost as if like she thinks she now has like almost as if the people who go to the school aren't real, like they're puppets, like they're not themselves on campus as who they would be different people off of campus, almost as if like there's a spell over campus controlling the minds of these kids. Like they still have like parts of themselves to make it seem like they're real, but they aren't. And so she would take a step back and she would almost like trying to hide her disgust, but she'd be like, you're puppets in a larger scheme than you know about. And she would just walk off. Like, she's like, don't talk to me.
You can hear Geldol kind of laughing and Latour like getting annoyed that he's laughing at you. But as you get further away, you can hear Geldol in the distance going, she sounds just like that Ian Morn kid. As you drift off into the distance, going back to your dorm house, trying to figure out, piece together what the fuck is going on. Also at the dorm houses, we find a certain Grung getting ready for his wonderful date with his fiancée who is on her way to pick him up. What is Sir Bob wearing for the evening?
He's not wearing his helmet because that was the thing. But he's wearing a little top hat. It's like stupidly small for his like little head because he's like very tiny. And
I
so
love
like the
it.
top hat is also like super tiny. Like in scale to him. And he's wearing like a little like bow tie and like almost like a little suit. And he looks very, very nervous and uncomfortable without his helmet.
It takes about, I would say, 20 minutes after you get dressed by the time that Froglina knocks on your dorm house door. She is in a nice yellow, floral daisy sundress and a cute little hat that's a little floppy. She looks very nice, very cleaned up, and she looks lovely outside of her paladin armor that she is very rarely without.
Well, Mr. Bob's gonna like go outside to her, cause like, yeah. Um, maybe I don't know. Like, how big is the door to this house? Because
You would have to reach up.
yeah, it takes him a couple of minutes to get the door up.
Mhm.
Even if it's like frog jumping, but he's a little bit nervous, so it's like takes a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
It flips a little bit because his little frog hands are sweaty.
They're extra wet hands.
Yeah, it's as gross as you can imagine.
Kind of
Oh
dripping.
yeah.
As you open the door and looking absolutely drenched in your nervous sweat, Froglina looks down at you with a very straight face, not really having emotions on her face. She just replies with, "You look wonderful."
I was gonna like blush a little bit. It's like no, you or
Oh, you. Just very monotone. Oh, you. Are you ready to go? There is only one place open nearby, if you don't mind going. It is a little coffee shop, but I know that you like your pastries.
yeah, that sounds lovely.
She takes your sweaty hand, not seeming to mind, and she begins walking out of the dorm area to the carriage bus stop waiting place. The bus stop, I guess, is what it would be called.
Is it like a very long carriage?
Yeah, it's just a carriage that can like hold like I don't know, I would say like 8 people instead of like the normal 4. So it's I guess minivan carriage, but like bus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of cute.
As you board the bus, you don't see anybody else on there except for the bus driver, and he kind of dips this little bus driver hat at you as you board, and Froglina pays because she doesn't expect you to know how much the bus would be. And and you guys sit down, and even though you're all sweaty and clammy, she still leans on you because she knows that you like the physical contact. And she rides silently on the bus as she is usually silent. How you guys fell in love is a wonder. But as you get to your stop and you make your way into the cafe, you see a very brightly lit cafe that has like some hanging like leaf plants that are like kind of like caressing against the walls, giving like a nice cute little blanket, and there's like a cute little open sign, and you see that the chairs have like these little grandma cushions that are like tied to them, and it kind of seems like this is like a cafe that has been like in the family for generations. And you see nobody else there except for um, a small little I don't know, way. What is it? What's the word? What's the little guys?
Little guys. The halfling gnomes.
Thank you, halfling. You see a little halfling who's on his who's like listening to like some music, and he is all the way back on the other end of the cafe in the corner with like stacks of books, and he's very intensely doing his homework. And then you see a dark-haired elf who is wiping down the counters, and he is the only one working that night.
Is that the same dark-haired elf that I tried to pickpocket?
It is the same dark-haired elf you tried to pickpocket.
I am so curious why my potion didn't affect him. I want to do an insight check.
Yeah, you can do an insight check.
Oh, that's a nat one.
Damn. You think that his blood might be made of poison, and that's the only reason that he would be not affected by your poison. He must have poison inside of him. It's the only explanation that makes sense. Blue, you're so funny.
Ah, shit. I wanted to know. Damn it. Yeah. So he's like working. I assume he works
Yeah,
there.
he works there.
I guess I'm gonna go up with Froglina because I want to order. Well, she's gonna order for me.
All right, she goes up there and she begins to list off a handful of sweets. And you watch as this dark-haired elf looks a little annoyed because he doesn't want to prepare all of those sweets. But he's like writing it down and he's like, all right, and what else? And you think that you had enough, but I guess not. Still hungry, I suppose. And then at the very end of it, Froglina then orders you guys drinks, where she has a very bland black coffee, no sugar, and she gives you like this sweet little syrupy drink with some whipped cream and a cherry on top. And then you guys go and sit down at one of the tables while Ian Morn is preparing you guys' food.
Cute.
Yes, very cute.
Is there anything else that's going on in the? Okay, can I do like a perception?
You can absolutely do a perception.
Oh, that's a 21.
Well, damn. There seems to be a cloaked person outside who keeps walking up to the door, almost as if they were about to come in, but then something keeps like telling them not to, and they keep walking away. They're like undecisive on if they want to come in or not, so they keep going back and forth.
I'm gonna point that out to Froglina. I'm gonna like I want to be like I want to point at him and then like quickly not point because that's rude. Like, do you see that?
You see
He in a call.
She looks over at the cloaked individual and then looks at Sir Bob and goes, "Why must you think everybody is in a cult?"
He does look like he's in a cult.
I will admit he does look strange, but I wouldn't say cult. There's fur on the trim of that cloak.
Maybe that's their thing.
A fancy cult. You would fit right in.
Oh, I thought you didn't like me joining cult.
That was a joke. I thought you wanted me to tell more of those. I told you she was monotone.
I do an insight on the individual that's doing this.
Yeah, you can absolutely do an insight. As you're doing an insight, this person does come inside.
It's a nat 20.
Damn. Yeah. All right. All right.
What are these rolls? Damn.
Okay. Let me go open my quest sheet and just give you information, I suppose. Fuck me, I guess. So as this cloaked individual come in, you notice that I'm gonna start just listing off all of the information because that was a fucking nat 20. Every information about this person. As this person walks in, you notice that they are tracking mud in behind them, and it is wet and kind of gloppy. But you know that it has not rained for more than a week with how dry the leaves of the plants are outside. You also notice that seems to be splatters of blood at the hem of this person's cloak, not in a way that seems like they were in the act of doing something that would cause these splatters, but it looks more like they were wiping the blood off of something. You can also see that when they pulled their cloak down, that it is a harrigan, what would be considered a rabbit folk, as they are rabbit humanoids. They don't live very long, and they do mate for life and have a lot of children. This specific harrigan, their fur looks completely unkempt, as if they have not showered or washed for weeks. They have bags under their eyes, and their eyes are bloodshot red. They are terrified, and they seem to be looking for somebody as they enter the cafe, and they make a straight beeline to Ian Morn. And you can't hear what they're saying, but you can see Ian Moore immediately look defensive, and he's reaching underneath the counter almost as if he's reaching for a weapon, and this harrigan's putting their hands up like they're trying to show that they mean no harm, and then also trying to push a note into his hands. And you see that he takes this note and reads it, and his face pales. He looks almost as scared as this harrigan, and just as quickly as she came into the cafe, she was rushing out. Froglina is looking around very confused.
I am interested in what the fuck. What do I see where he what does he do with the note? Does he keep it or?
He does keep it. He pockets it.
I wanna.
So, upon getting the notes, I do have written down your DCs. There will be 2 of them, because you'll be doing a stealth and a sleight of hand. So your stealth needs to beat a 15. Your sleight of hand needs to beat a 25.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah. Fuck it. I wanna try.
Yeah.
So
So stealth first, which needs to beat a 15, which it does not. Sleight of hand.
Yeah. Oh, that's only a 20. That doesn't work either.
It does not. So, and we don't take back rolls in this house. So, Sir Bob, you get up and the chair screeches against the wood floors. And you, thinking that nobody heard that, crouch down and you begin to move your way back behind the counter. But unfortunately for you, you were sweating a lot previously. So you were making a lot of sweat sloppy sounds as you're stepping on the floor. And Ian Morn is watching you as you move up to him and then try to stick your hand into his pocket again. So he just grabs your wrist and goes, "Dude, why?"
Oh, this isn't where I left my my carriage keys.
You see Froglina stand up, coming closer, and you clock very quickly that if you do not handle the situation, Froglina might hurt Ian Morn for touching you.
I'm gonna, while he's holding my hand, I'm gonna try and shake it so it looks like I'm giving him a handshake.
Are you still crouching down?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Fantastic. Wonderful. Even. Amazing. As Froglina approaches, let me see if she even notices. You're lucky. She got a 10. As she walks up, she does indeed think that you were just shaking his hand. And she looks down at you and she goes, "Why are you touching that weird elf?"
He's not. Yeah, he's a bit weird, but that's the cool thing, though. Look, nothing happens. I'll just take my other hand. I'll like slap on his hand that's holding me.
He lets you go. He like looks down at you, expecting you to leave from behind the counter.
I'm just staring at him.
So what do you want to do, Zom?
Um, can I try to go for the note again? Like trying to do a quick one and a fucking dash?
Yeah, I'll let you do another sleight of hand and dash. It's still gonna be a 25 though.
Oh, that's only a 17.5.
He punches you in the face.
Oh no.
You don't think you've experienced a pain like this in your face before. It almost feels like he has metal inside of his hand. As you feel his fist hit the center of yours where a nose would be, you can feel your skull crack before you fly back. And Froglina is quick to jump over the counter, and before she can do anything as well, he has her pinned to the ground.
No. I wanna I wanna jump over the counter and I wanna try and land on his face.
Give me an athletics. Why are you bullying Ian Morn?
That's a 14.
Unfortunately, it doesn't beat his 18, so he does dodge. So you just go flying behind the counter. Like you just, here's the counter and here's your body. He dodges out of your way, and you can hear Froglina very disappointed in you just go, "Why were you even bothering this man?"
I don't know. I'm just trying to steal shit. Uh, and I wanna cast Unseen Servant, and I wanna try and get that one to take the note while I'm like trying to jump at him again.
Oh my goodness. Did you say anything while I was frozen?
Uh,
Because the
I-
last thing I heard was you tell Froglina I just wanted to steal from him.
yeah. That was basically what I said.
Alright. Okay. Great.
I don't know if you
So-
can. Is that
Mhm.
possible with that spell?
What?
Is it,
I don't
uh,
think you can. I don't think you can sneak grab from him
No,
with the
no.
unseen servant.
It can fetch things, so it can't do it sneakily. It would be really obvious that's the notice.
Yeah, and he would be able to
stopping
stop it.
grabbing. Yeah. Like, I wanna try and swing at him, like to distract him from the note being snatched. Like a little like diversion.
While you're trying to come up with your plan for what to do to him to steal the note, he is very quick to just ask you, "What are you even trying to steal from me?"
the note from the weird cult person.
She's not in a cult, and you could have asked. Normal people ask.
Can I have the note?
I'm not gonna give you the note. I'll tell you what it says, but
Yeah,
you
what
have
does
to
it
leave
say?
my cafe, and you're not allowed back in it.
Fine.
He just like slowly gets off of Froglina, and she is confused how she was not poisoning this man. Because he was touching her skin. So very similar to you before. She's just like, How are you just okay?
Yeah, it's weird.
He
Oh man.
stands up and he like looks over at you and he tells you what the note said, but I'm like stalling because I have to go to it. Teehee. Okay, here it is. Haha. Uh, uh, it just basically said, they know you're here. They are coming. We are not safe. Run. Happy?
That
You
was
like knowing other people's personal business? Is this something that you enjoy?
no, that was kind of boring.
Was it
You have
worth
fun
it
dealing
trying to
with
steal
that.
from me?
You have fun dealing with that.
Get the fuck out of my cafe.
I'm gonna leave. It's Froglina.
You once when you leave with Froglina, you notice there is no trace of that Haragon. There's no footsteps from her. There's nothing. All you smell in the air is, you think, peaches.
Nah, is it like all around me? Can I do a perception to see if the
It
smell
is.
comes from somewhere or?
It is just in this area right in front of the door where you last saw her.
That's weird.
Mhm.
Can I roll something to get more information?
Absolutely, you can roll an Arcana or an Investigation. Both would be a DC of 15.
Let's try with Arcana. That's just a 7. What the fuck?
Unfortunately. um, you don't know.
In the
Wait, did
mud.
you not roll? You did roll.
I did roll.
Yeah, you don't know.
There's no like the footsteps or whatever.
There
No.
are no footsteps. None at all. You have no idea how she even appeared there or where she went.
Oh, okay. That's a bit interesting. Alright. Can I just roll like a general like perception and see if I
You can
notice
absolutely roll a perception.
anything? That's 19.
You see a red glowing light coming from the woods.
Oh shit.
And you are suddenly filled with fear.
I'm gonna hide behind Froglina. I'm
Froglina is also on guard.
Shit, that makes me even more scared. What the fuck?
And you can hear almost as if like it's a voice from a mother. It's warm and comforting and inviting, and it's the complete opposite of the feeling you feel, but you can hear, "You're loved, you're safe, come home."
That sounds kind of culty. So I'm gonna I'm gonna walk, but I'm gonna like push Froglina like in front of me all the way in there. But I'm not gonna go into the house. I'm gonna go to it.
So you're gonna go to, I never said it was a house, I just said it was a red glowing light.
Oh yeah, the red glowing light. The red glowing light. I'm gonna go through it like slowly.
As you begin walking through the woods, you can smell something foul. And being a grung, you have encountered the many smells of the deceased before. There's so many siblings you have. Sometimes can't feed them all, you know? So you know what the deceased smells like. And as you are continuing through these woods that are now entering the forest, the tree lines are changing in shade as the trees change from a woodland tree to a forest tree. You can smell the rot. You can feel the maggots inside of you. I need a DC wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. That's an 8.
That's cool. Let me do it for Froglina.
I hope she's okay.
She's gonna know what.
Oh no.
Um, as you continue walking, you can feel these maggots wriggling and moving underneath your flesh. You can look down and you can see the bulging movements of these tiny little bugs, these tiny little worms as they are festering and moving and traveling through you, making holes in the meat of your muscle. It's agonizing. And yet, you can't stop walking. You can't stop the need of wanting to get to that glowing light, and by the time you are staring at it, you don't know how you got there. As you are standing in this opening in the forest, far from the school, your legs hurt, they ache, your feet feel sore, blistering. You have no idea how long you were walking and how far you've gone. But as you're standing in this center, you're standing eye to eye to a Harrigan, a male, and looks maybe in their middle-aged years. But you can't tell for sure, as all that you have to go on is their head on the pike that is standing in front of you.
Oh shit.
And as you slowly look around, you see multiple body parts of multiple different races and creatures hung up, strung up, and posted almost like art all around this center. And Froglina is nowhere to be seen.
That's scary.
We are going to take our 10-minute break here, everybody. And
No.
when we come back, we will continue Sir Bob's story. See you guys then. Kisses, kisses.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've been keeping track of the time or whatever. Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a great break. We are still with Sir Bob as he is fucking petrified. Sir Bob, how is this going on?
A lot of scared ribbit. He's doing that frog thingy where where it puffs up. But it's like rapid because like he's panicking. He's scared, whatever.
Is there anything that you wanted to do in this area?
I want to so it's like heads, right? On like
It's so on the pike in front of you is a Harrigan male head. It's not the female that you saw before. This is a male. But around you, almost as if like it's set up like as an artistic display, is multiple different limbs from multiple different races and species.
can I see if they have been like if it's like limbs and stuff, can I see if they have been like cut off the same way with like the
Yeah,
same
absolutely.
weapon?
Yeah, give me an investigation.
Yeah, 10.
They've all been cut by the exact same instrument, but you have no idea what that instrument is. And you don't, aside from that, that's all you know. You just know they've all been cut by the same thing. They all have the exact same type of cut.
Okay. Are any like any of the like body parts or whatever fresh, or are they all
Some
like...
are, some aren't. The rabbit's head looks like it has been maybe 2 weeks old.
Oh, okay. Did I already roll a perception in this area? Yeah.
I don't think so. I think you rolled a perception before, but you can roll a perception.
11.
Unfortunately, with how scared you feel, and after noticing that Froglina is not with you, it is kind of hard for you to really focus on one thing at a time.
Oh shit. Okay. Can I venture?
I told y'all to pray to the dice gods before we started today. I told y'all.
Can I go like forward? Or like,
Absolutely, yeah, you can definitely move around. You're not frozen in place, you're just terrified.
yeah, I wanna like,
Which means that like any like attack rolls that you have would be at a disadvantage.
yeah, I wanna like carefully like move forward. Like,
Yeah. You are alone in this clearing. You can absolutely move around.
yeah.
Where would you like to go?
I wanna go continue the direction I was going, if I can remember that.
You no longer see that glowing red light, so you don't know what direction you were going in.
Oh, okay. Do I know which direction is like the way out?
You unfortunately do not, as you were completely mesmerized by that light. You do not know where you were going. Like I said before, your legs and feet hurt. You don't know how long you've been walking, but it's been a long time.
Can I roll like a medicine and try and like figure out like how long maybe if my feet are that sore?
Absolutely.
13.
At 13, I would say you have been walking for the last 5 hours.
Okay. It's been 5 hours. Damn. And there's
You
no
are
sign
very
of...
deep in the forest. Yeah, there is no sign of anything else around you. You are deep in the forest.
How's the ground in the forest? Is it like wet, muddy, or anything?
It is not. It is dry, like the rest of the
Okay.
plants.
Okay.
This part of the forest is not near the lake, unfortunately.
Hmm. Can I take one of the body parts?
Sure, what body part do you want to take?
Is there like a hand or anything?
There is a hand. There is a hand that looks to be nailed to the tree trunk.
I want to take that.
All right, you take said hand. You now have a hand. It looks to be an orc female left hand.
Yes, I can. Can I see if there's any other like body parts that matches the hand, or is it
Yeah,
like I investigate for that or something?
yeah, you could definitely investigate for that. I would say I would give that one a DC of a 10 because you're already holding the hand.
Well, it's just the
How?
why?
How? How?
Fuck.
Fucking how? A 6 unfortunately does not do it. With how many body parts are around, you feel a little overwhelmed. You're unable to find which body parts match which.
Yeah. Shit. The nail, it was nailed into the tree trunk. Can I like do an investigation and get like a sense of what those nails are for, or like from? Because like different nails are used different
Yeah,
things.
absolutely.
So that would be, what would that be? A history investigation?
Also an investigation.
5.
The nails are long and thick, so it's not your ordinary house nail, but other than that, you have no idea what they are.
I'm gonna pocket the nail too.
You cannot take the nail out of the
I
tree.
can?
No.
Damn. I so it's like really stuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
As you stand there, you can hear a rustling of leaves behind you as if something or someone is walking closer.
I'm gonna hide.
You hide, and out in the clearing, you watch, almost as if not truly paying attention, a deer walk into the clearing. And almost as if hitting something that you miss, you watch as almost invisible wires shoot out from the ground and severs the deer in multiple pieces before all of these pieces and limbs drop to the ground and the wires slowly sink back down into the leaves.
Well, that's Can I investigate that?
Yeah.
That's a
Hey,
10.
a 10!
Yeah.
With the 10, all that you know is this is an artificer design.
Oh, suspicious. Suspicious. Mm-hmm.
And luckily for you, you know an artificer, so
Yeah, so I can ask about that.
everybody's saying some weird shit tonight. Oh,
Can
oh
I
no.
can I do an Arcana check, like if there's anything magical going on around?
Absolutely.
I swear if I don't get good rolls. As I say that, I get a nat one.
The only arcana that you sense from the area is somebody had recently used Speak with the Dead.
Okay.
Did I fucking freeze?
No, yeah, a little bit, but it was still I was
Did
still
you hear
able.
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
yeah, I don't want to stay here any longer than I need to. I want to try and find my way back. A little bit too
Absolutely.
scary for this frog.
How well do you know astronomy?
Probably not very well.
Give me a history check. DC of 15. On a success, you can follow the stars back home.
Earth 5.
You look up at the stars and is almost blinded by the double moons as they are just so bright that you quickly look away back into the dense darkness of the tree lines. Welcome back.
Fuck. That's that's a little bit bad.
How would you like to try to find your way back home?
I want to try and have I left any like footprints, or that might be too hard to see in the dark?
It would be hard to see in the dark, and I do not believe you have dark vision.
No, I do not. No, I do. No, I don't. Shit. I don't even have any useful spells or anything for that. Shit.
I saw that moon. And Bunny.
I'm gonna try what can I do? I'm gonna try and I feel like if I wanna when I encountered the head, the fucking head, was it like staring at me? Like was it like facing me when I first encountered
It was staring directly at you. Yes.
I wanna
Yes,
go
eyes
like
open.
I wanna go like I wanna use that as like a point because like I must have gone towards it if I have entered that way. So I wanna go the opposite way.
Smart. You begin walking in that direction, and about halfway there, your feet are on fire, but you find kneeling on the ground and muttering to herself, Froglina.
I'm gonna reach out to her.
Her skin feels colder than usual. Amphibians usually have cold skin, but this is much colder than usual.
I'm gonna give her like the suit jacket I'm wearing. like put that around her. Keep her
Aw,
warm.
cute. She slowly gets up, but she's still not quite right in her head. But she knows that she's with you, but she can't stop muttering, and it's too quiet for you to hear exactly what she's saying.
I want to do an insight check on her.
Alright.
That's a nat 20.
Damn. Alright. All these bad rolls in the moment is with your girl. You're like, I need to know what's going on.
I mean, that makes sense though.
Dumb until it's important. As you are looking at Froglina, and you're so familiar now with the smell of death, you can smell it on her. You don't know what happened to her, but she's way too cold for somebody who should have a beating heart. She is terrified, and it almost looks like she's in shock. She saw something, and it rattled her to her core, and you know Froglina is a very strong woman. It takes a lot to scare her, and she is petrified.
Yeah, so good. I feel like even though I want to know what she saw, I still feel like if she's all like petrified and cold and shit, like I want to take her back so she doesn't get too cold, you know, because like I'm more probably worried about her physical health first. um, so I'm gonna keep like walking, like the direction I was going, like with her.
Alright, it takes you a while to get back to the school, close to dawn by the time you're getting back. And once you start getting to your dormitory house, you can see just reaching her house is Azaria. And before we continue with you two, we're going to shift over to a tiefling watering his seedling.
Little seedling.
Describe what you're wearing.
I actually wrote it down, so let me pull that up. I was ready. So Enid is currently wearing. This is kind of like it's a casual. He's not really used to, dressing up, and he doesn't really know how to put outfits together. So this is supposed to kind of be messy, but still be nice compared to what he usually wears. It's a black turtleneck tank top that's tucked into some black cargo pants with chains on them. He has his silver choke, like his stainless steel choker necklace that he bought with, I cannot remember her name. He's wearing the rings that he bought with her. He has eyeliner on. He has combat boots on. Yeah. Her. He doesn't know how to do his hair, so he pulled it up into a messy bun. And he's kind of hoping that she'll just fix it when he gets there. That's his fit. He's living for it. He thinks he looks great. Okay?
I think he looks great. Loki
he
might
really walked out.
Think he looks great. Who knows? I'll roll for it. Yeah, so after you water your seedling, you see the little baby smile up at you before getting cozy in the soil to rest for the night. You make your way out of your dorm, your shared dorm apartments. And as you are walking down the dormitory street, you can see a lot of people going to and fro. They're loud. Some of them are holding like cans of beer. Some of them are talking about different parties and clubs. You overhear like a conversation among some girls trying to see if certain guys will be at certain locations. And as you get closer to the sorority, you can really hear the music bumping far before you even step close to the lawn of the sorority. It is loud, and as you reach that lawn, it is filled with people. More people than you yourself has ever been around before, being so antisocial and kept to yourself. You are now thrusted in the middle of ideal college life. And as you are standing on the lawn, Lilky notices you from the porch and she comes running down and she's like, "Oh my god, you fucking made it, you stupid bitch. I didn't know that you were coming. Do you want a drink?"
Absolutely. Sorry, I opened my computer. Sure. He said, the most monotone voice physically possible.
Yeah, she takes his hand happily, pulling him inside, and like anybody who makes eye contact, she's very quick to be like, "Oh, this is my new friend," to anybody. She is showing you off, but it is also drawing attention to you. Everybody wants to know who the new guy is who's hanging out with Lilky.
Now, I know full well that internally this man thinks that he looks the most awkward as he physically could, but he genuinely looks like an overconfident, egotistical, just like he has his like head held like he's staring at her. He's not looking at anybody else. He's very like monotone, blank face, like not showing any emotions as usual. But like on the inside, this man is screaming. He's like, there are so many eyes on me. So many people are looking.
She pulls you into the kitchen where you see people part for the not maybe your first time as somebody who's been in the foster system and been to a college before, but in the kitchen there is drinking games and drug paraphilia happening. You see people taking lines off of the kitchen counter. You see you clock in the corner of the room Counselor EMS playing beer pong against the fraternity boys, and he's on the team with the sorority girls. And he is winning, and the boys are very mad about it. They think it's cheating because he is so much taller than them. He's got that reach.
I love that.
But as he is also not the only person that you see there. You see sitting on the couch in the living room is Professor Student with Dr. Omi, and they're both holding alcohol. They're watching the students dance while they're talking to each other. There are students and professors dancing together, mingling. You watch as Professor Viahia does a body shot off of one of her students. Is that legal? It is. They're adults. And
period.
It is.
This ain't high school, guys. This is
it
college.
Is the epiphany. Yeah, it is the epiphany of a college sorority party. And Lilky is pouring you a fruity little drink, making you like a really sweet cocktail so you're not like bombarded by the alcohol, and she holds it out to you. She's like, "It's really sweet. It's called Barbie on the Beach. You're gonna love it."
Oh, I love her. Because I would take that drink. I'd be so happy for it. He takes it, like, thanking her with his usual monotone voice.
It tastes like really sweet, yummy bubblegum.
And when I tell you this man is not what he appears, he fucking loves every second of that fucking sip that he just took. He was like, that shit was delish.
Lilky can make a drink. As the party is going, is there anything that you want to do while you're in the kitchen?
He points at whatever they're taking lines of and asks, what is it? Lilky?
Lilky, yeah. Just think of little, like Lil, and then key, like a key, and then put it together. Lilky.
Okay. Yeah, he points at it and just asks her, kind of like in a quieter voice, but still monotone and everything. What are they snorting?
Oh my god, you haven't had pixie dust? It's to die for. It's fucking amazing. Be careful though. Like, make sure that you have like a high sitter before you do it for the first time. You will see things.
A high sitter.
Yeah. As you move closer to like get a good look at it, you can see that these this drug line that they are taking is glistening and shimmering, and it almost gives a rainbow hue. Next to it, though, you see almost as if it was meant to be cleaned up, but there is something smeared across the counter. Give me an investigation roll. Yeah, it's your turn now, Bunny.
I'm giving it
You're in the hot seat.
roll for me. I made ice, so my bad. Ignore the second. No, I hit it once. Okay, 13.
With the 13, you notice that the weird smear seems to be of a powder, as if somebody had a powder there and then took something wet and tried to clean it up, and it gave that weird residue. And swiping your finger across it and smelling it, it smells like infernal summoning powder.
I was trying to summon a demon here, guys. Like, ain't that delicious? I don't think anyone should be snorting this shit, personally, but, get into it.
I got makeup in my nose.
And he just, wipe it on somebody, next to him, just,
You're talking about me, and I'm like, my notes.
No, just the infernal dust, he's like, I'm not getting this on my clothes.
Yeah, you could just wipe them. I mean, they're fucking high, so they do not notice. They are proudly exclaiming, "I'm flying, dude!" But they're standing completely stationary.
I don't know if I'm ready to be at that level yet.
But what would you like to do?
Finish my drink way faster than I probably should. That shit was probably underpoured or something, and ask Loki to make me another one, please.
Unfortunately, with Loki's amazing cocktail expertise, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw so that you don't get hit with that level of alcohol all at once. Oh god. Oh god.
That could be dirty 20. I was that close to being a dirty 20. It was 19. It rolled the 3, and I was like, okay.
So with that 4, as you proudly hold your cup out, asking Loki for another, the room tilts. And suddenly,
My favorite feeling.
you don't know when it started happening, but the music is inside of you. And suddenly, you want to dance.
Fuck yeah, I want to dance. Ugh. And I'm fucking getting into it, dude. I'm shaking my
Describe your
ass.
dancing. You're just gonna dance right there in the kitchen.
Oh, he is feeling himself. He's shaking his ass. He has no dance experience ever. But you know what? He's getting it, I guess. Get it, white boy? That type of shit.
Loki turns around and goes, "Oh my god, bitch, yeah!"
He thinks he looks hot as fuck. He probably looks goofy as hell. Let's be honest. It doesn't matter. He's feeling it, though. He's like, I'm getting into it.
He doesn't know what was in that
shaking
drink,
his ass, by the
but
way.
it was fantastic. He feels great. He feels lighter. It almost feels like whatever was causing him the fears, the stress, the anxiety before just slips away in the haze of the booze. And as she hands him another cup, he smells sulfur.
That's not lovely. Can I do can I try to figure out where it's coming from?
Absolutely.
Okay.
From the smell alone, it smells like it's coming from upstairs. Look at that hair in my mouth. I got it.
I kind of want to investigate in my drunken state. Just drunkenly waddle my ass up there.
Okay, keep in mind, you will be doing it at a disadvantage as you are intoxicated.
Okay, it's valid. So I'm rolling for investigation. 30-20. So
Love a good dirty 20. As you are making your way upstairs, you can see on the carpeted floor the little dust of that infernal powder, and following it, it leads you into somebody's private bathroom where it seems like they were practicing making infernal runic summoning symbols on a bathroom mirror with pinkish red lipstick. And with that high of a level roll, the only one that you've seen at this party who's had that lipstick on was Lilky.
shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but that doesn't seem like the greenest flag in the room here, guys, respectfully. Like,
I know that you were supposed to
But
roll with the
I-
disadvantage, but I just kept that 20 because I just want to give you information. It's muffled. It's muffled. The next roll will be with the disadvantage. But what are you wanting to do?
With his intoxicated state, he doesn't know how to feel about this. Cause like he doesn't want to think that she's doing like weird shit in her bathroom, but it's looking like weird shit in her bathroom, respectfully, you know? And then like someone could have stolen her lipstick or something, like I don't know. Fuck, like he just made friends with her. He's like, but also like I don't trust your ass. I don't trust nobody. So you're still a suspect, motherfucker. You're still a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about the runes because I don't feel too like positive about it. But I'm like, okay, get into it, I guess.
As you are standing there, the sulfur smell hits your nose again, and it is still coming from upstairs.
Am I not upstairs anymore?
You're on the
Is it
second floor.
upstairs? Oh, there's more floors. Okay.
It's a sorority
I guess
house. They're rich or whatever.
We're gonna keep going up.
All right, so you enter a room that seems perfectly fine. It doesn't seem like anything is messed up, and it just seems like a normal normal college girl's room. A little messy. There's some books around. There is some papers on the bed. Looks like this girl was working on an essay for her class before the party. In her corner, there's like dirty clothes in a laundry basket, but the smell of the sulfur seems to be coming from her dresser.
Let's go through that dresser. I'm going through the dresser. I'm going through that dresser. It's a determined thought right there.
Investigation. DC is going to be 15. Your face is hilarious, man. Damn. Okay. Now I know who has all the good rolls. Y'all know who to
like, compared to
blame.
yesterday, though. I mean, compared to last session, though, all my rolls were so bad.
I was like, we played D&D yesterday? I'm so high I believed you.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so as you open the drawer and you start fiddling through like her clothes and her socks, and it's mainly just socks and pajamas, you find a hidden compartment at the bottom that lifts up, showing a little space where a rusty bronze key is, and it smells putrid of sulfur. And you think it opens one of the doors in this house. There is 2 more floors up. So there's a 3rd floor and then the attic.
I will not have any time to flirt with student at this party. I'm stashing that key, and I'm gonna look for the door on this floor before going up.
Trying the doors with this key, one of them, it opens, but there's nothing in this room. It's just a plain room. Even with that high investigation, there's nothing in here. I'm telling you, there's nothing in there. You don't gotta keep looking in there. So, through this third floor, you find, aside from this key, nothing. Everything's bare, and the key is not working on any of the other doors.
Maybe it'll happen in the school. Maybe it's a school thing. Upstairs we go, though. Unless we haven't already. Unless we have already.
There's a fourth floor and an attic. Sorry, I threaten my mic when I freeze. To me, it helps me unfreeze.
I get it. Up to the fourth floor we go. And I'm gonna go investigate drunkenly.
All right.
Stumbling
so going
around.
up to... Stop freezing. So, going up to the fourth floor, the key works on all of these doors, though one of them is the one that you're looking for, as it holds in the middle of the room a summoning pentagram that has already been used.
The joke I wanted to make was father.
Are you ready? Sorry, that's a Doctor Who joke. Never mind. But what would you like to do?
I don't even know.
It doesn't seem like whatever was summoned made it out of the house, as the summoning was very recent. It had to happen during the party.
Time to go up to the attic before I go explore the floor of people.
Making your way to the attic door, you find a very intricate metal-looking door with vines going through it that are making up locks, and there are 4 holes, not keyholes, holes in the door that opens up each level of the lock. And you can see around the door on the door frame is in Infernal a poem. Would you like to read said poem?
Absolutely. I have Infernal. It comes with my blood language.
Yeah. Brushing across time and space was the winds of time. Alone and cold, it learned how to soar and sweep across the cosmos into what would have been a burning light, a light of heat that keeps one warm in the emptiness of space. Warmth amongst the cold breezes of wind brings such tears of hope to the stars that twinkle and strive for a love as grounding and unbreakable as the earth itself, one that warms the cold.
What a poem.
Written it myself. And it's a riddle. Teehee.
Yeah. Could you read it one more time so I can try to break this down?
Absolutely. I'll read it slower for you. Okay. Brushing across time and space was the winds of time. Alone and cold, it learned how to soar and sweep across the cosmos into what would have been a burning light, a light of heat that keeps one warm in the emptiness of space. Warmth amongst the cold breezes of wind brings such tears of hope to the stars that twinkle and strive for a love as grounding and unbreakable as the earth itself, one that warms the cold.
My brain goes to like infernal fire, like the... So good with riddles, obviously. Might as well call me drunk, because fuck.
Keep in mind, you do have like a party, so if you can't figure it out on your own, you can bring it up to everybody later.
Well, maybe me. Maybe me. Let me check. You think darts would work?
Good.
I think dart. Let me try with my darts. And hopefully not break my darts. I kind of like them. Like, respectfully. What do I do for that?
You can just do it.
Okay.
So go ahead and describe how you put your darts into the holes.
No, I'll give you a good description. He pulls out his darts from his cargo pants, one of the many pockets that are on his cargo pants. Because we love those. And with his drunken state, he like stabs the side of the holes a couple of times before actually entering each one. Like the last one, he like goes slowly and he still misses, and I think it's funny. Don't know if anything happens. Let's see.
So as you put the these darts inside of each hole, you can hear the gears clicking, and you can hear the mechanism moving, though you don't see any of the vines moving. And it gets louder with each hole you insert a dart into. And upon inserting the dart in the very last hole, the metal of the door begins to seep out and cover your hand and begins melting its way up as it sucks you into the door. Roll for initiative. You are fighting the door.
Okay. For initiative.
This is an arcanic golden door. It is the only damage it can take is blunt damage. Nothing else will work on it.
So like fist damage?
Yeah, it needs blunt force damage. It does not take piercing, slashing, no arcana. Just blunt force.
Oh yay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So, it is your turn first. Go ahead for an attack.
I do Fury of Blows first. Multiple punches. 17? Question mark?
It hits. Go ahead and roll for your damage.
6. 10 damage.
It you cannot tell if it is making a difference or not. And with its turn, the metal moves up to your elbow now. So it's from your wrist to your elbow. And you are unable to move your arm from your elbow down. It is now your turn.
We're going back to Fury of Blows because my unarmed strike does the same amount of damage and everything. Nice.
On the off chance that you do not get this, do not beat the door, plan for your second character.
Dude, the looks that everyone gave me!
I did try to warn you.
No.
I said you could try. I warned you in the best way that I could. I never deny my players of doing anything. I just give little hints.
Somebody sing me a sad song because I don't know. Did that hit or no?
Oh, let me check what you got.
The 10.
We got a bard in the party.
It does not hit. So you go to strike the door, and unfortunately, it is not strong enough to do any damage. And the metal.
I physically scream?
You can absolutely scream, but unfortunately, with the music that is bumping downstairs, that can be heard from down the other dormitories, you are unheard.
Can I use a
Yes.
spell to help make me be heard by chance?
What spell would you like to use?
Let me look at it real quick. My spells, I guess.
Spells.
When you're stressing.
I know, I'm like,
It should be
this is the second episode.
Thermatoguri, which is like a common spell for tieflings. It says for and make my voice be like boomingly loud, like basically that's the description it gives.
Okay.
Oh shit.
And I will roll for the party.
Cool. I guess.
You're like, can I scream?
So go ahead
like-
and act out what you are wanting to do, and I will roll to see if the party can hear you. So I'm rolling for the party's perception.
My man's pulling on his arm right now, and he lets out this like blood curdling scream that is 3 times louder than normal, as the spell says.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, honestly, you could say it's the girliest scream you've ever heard. This man's terrified. He just let out the most blood curdling, terrified, bloody ass scream physically possible.
Does he say anything?
No, well, it could probably like, help, but it's like kind of like bleeded into the scream to the point where it's like kind of just a gurgle of words. Because all he's doing is just bloody screaming because he can only do this for like a minute.
You can hear commotion downstairs as it is obvious that people have heard you, but they do not know where you are. And as people are moving around, you can kind of hear like the moving through the stairs and through the floors, and hope is seeping in as they're getting closer. But as it is the door's turn, does a 20 hit?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
feel before you see the locks impale you from the door as they shoot out and then bend themselves to pull you closer to the door. And you are taking
A lot of hurt. A lot of hurt. I can feel it in my soul.
you are taking 18 damage.
Okay, well that didn't kill me at least, so like, fuck yeah, I guess. Not fuck yeah, that takes a lot of damage.
It is now your turn.
Okay.
I did not plan for an encounter.
We did not play for an encounter either! Okay. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna get out of this by myself at all. So all I can really do, and God, I don't think my damage is gonna do much. Could I use Thermatoguri one more time for something else? Because it has like 6 different things to it.
Yeah, what would you like to use it for?
I would like to make the doors on this floor, are there any more doors on this floor?
There are other doors on this floor. You're still on
Whatever
the
doors-
4th floor. This is the door that leads to the stairs up to the attic. So this is the attic door.
Okay. I'd like to make any unlocked windows and doors slam open and shut.
Absolutely. You start
'Cause
doing
it just
so.
adds
You can
more room to
hear
alert.
Yeah, you can hear screaming coming from some of the guests as people are starting to think that it's haunted. I rolled low for the party. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Fuck off, Asher.
The only one that like
I'm
can
stressing
hear
it.
you and is looking for you is Omi.
God, I love Omi. I'm sorry for stealing your man.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry.
For the second, maybe if I get out of this, I won't be. But right now, okay. You know what sounds so cool to me right now?
Yes.
Having my own prosthetic. I'd like to take my sword
Mm-hmm.
and slice my arm off.
I will need a Constitution saving throw to see if you can do it without
God,
fainting.
I'm crying. Fuck if I faint, dude. Fuck if I faint. Ghost. Okay. That was saving, right? Where was it?
Yes, it's a So unfortunately with that
No,
2, it was a 2 that started as a nat 1.
Mm-hmm.
And upon severing a tendon in your arm, you black out. Getting ready to meet Jackal Call, we have Balforin. Describe what you're wearing, Blue.
Alfarin is wearing an all-black suit with gold details, and the trimming of the bottom of the pants has gold flames coming up from the bottom of the pants leg, and then the collar bit of the suit right here would have the gold flame details. And her hair is up in a braided ponytail going back. And she's got a random stick. She got a random stick she found outside, and that's gonna be her little cane for tonight.
Sorry, I'm just adding a little note so that I know that I need to do something with Belfrin. Okay.
And she's wearing black high top sneakers. Yeah.
Cute,
Got some
cute,
sneaks on
cute.
tonight.
Cute. As you are feeling yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, checking out that last little glimpse of the outfit, getting them poses in, making sure you look fresh, you look tight, you look nice. You make your way out of the dormitory hall and you go down the street and you can hear the sorority party absolutely bumping. But that is not the party on your mind tonight. As you continue your way through the courtyard, you can hear another type of music absolutely bumping, and it's more soulful, and it makes you want to move, and it almost implements itself inside of your very being to your core, and it gives you life and flavor. As you get to the radio station, you see that there is a bouncer outside of the doors, and there is a line where there are people who are talking and mingling, both professors and students. There's a couple of people who are dancing in the line, listening to the music that's coming out of the radio station. And you see as this male tabaxi comes out and he's holding a tray of water and he's bringing out free water to the people who is waiting in line. And as you approach and you get in the line, you are standing behind 3 girls who are wearing matching low back black mini dresses, all wearing different kind of accessories. One of them looking kind of plain, the lizard folk looking kind of plain, as she's only wearing that dress and some sneakers as well. The other 2 girls are blinged out. There's a Titan female there who is absolutely covered in jewels from head to toe. And she is standing next to another girl who has like a tiara in her hair. And she is ready to bump and party. And they are all just standing in line, kind of dancing. And they see you come over and they make room for you. making sure that you feel welcome in the line.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Is the tabaxi with the water close to me?
He is making his way down the line. He's not close enough yet.
Okay. I'm just gonna, if the girls they see me and they're making space for me, I'm gonna come shimmy my way into the line.
Yeah, absolutely. You see somebody else who's like just walking up into the line right as you, and like they go, "Oh no, we were here first." And you see the lizard folk like look at him, and she goes, "This bitch is with us, so shut the fuck up. Come on." She's very quick.
I'm gonna look back at them and I'm gonna give them a wink, and then go with the lizard folk.
The lizard folk looks at you, and she holds out a hand, and she's like, "Cass, you are?"
Oh shit, this is good. I'm just gonna. Damn.
Did you say it's the lesbian?
No. I said this. Oh shit, this is Kaz. Fuck. Is she?
I was like, because you would be correct either way. Oh my god.
I'm trying to think how Ballfern would play this. She's holding out her hand for a handshake, or is she like?
Yeah, she's holding out her hand for a handshake.
She's not gonna grab her whole hand. She's just gonna do that little.
Well, dainty
take her
thing.
hand like
she was expecting it. Yeah, she was expecting
She's
it.
gonna take it. And she's gonna give her a little bow. Ballfern.
Yeah, she bows a little bit back, and she's like, "You're adorable. I actually love your outfit. It's better than some of the cheap shit everybody else is wearing around here." She just starts looking around the line.
Give her a little twirl.
Very judgmental, like. You see that the Titan girl, she seems a bit more giddy, more high in spirits, and she's just lost in her own world as she's just dancing by herself. And then you see the third girl who is immediately trying to flirt with the boys who entered the line after you.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to say to... Wait, did she say her name back to me when I said it was Ballfern?
Yeah, I think she said she was Cass first. She said, "I'm Cass."
I want to ask her, like, what are the other girls' names? So, she's going to take her hand and say, "I'm Ballfern," and then she's going to be standing there with her cane, kind of in a pimp stance, and be like, so who are these other two beautiful ladies?
Oh, I'm looking. Sorry, I'm stupid. I gotta look. Oh, Cass looks at the girls and then kind of like rolls her eyes, and she goes, this one's Persira, and then that one right there is Erilyn. Persira was late, or we would have already been inside the club, but no, she wanted to see some boys drop off some rock.
And I'm tapping my little stick. We always save the best for last.
Exactly. Nothing's more fun than kicking it with the girls.
I'm not gonna say anything.
As you are moving,
I'm looking back for this backseat. I want water. I'm kind of like looking back for him.
Yeah, no. As you're moving up in the line, he makes his way over to you, and you see a nice chilled with ice in it, cups of water, and they have lids on them and straws, making sure that there's no contamination. As he's like holding them on the tray, and he walks over to you, and he's like, "Hey, you want some water?"
Thanks. And she's gonna actually. She's not gonna take it. She's gonna use her mage hand to take the cup. Use her mage hand to take the cup.
He does not seem phased. He just looks you over and goes, "Cute shoes," and then continues giving water to other people.
Thanks, man. So she's gonna have the mage hand. Like, I'm gonna be drinking from the fucking mage hand. I'm gonna be drinking from the hand.
I like it. It's okay. I'm having a good
time.
Standing there. Good time. Yeah, whatever. As you are making your way through the line, as your new little group is like almost the next ones in line. You feel somebody brush up against you, and you can hear the annoyance of the guys behind you as you hear Counselor EMS goes, "Oh no, it's fine, I'm with them." As he uses you guys to sneak in line.
Okay. I'm gonna look behind me like,
Hey, you're one of the new kids.
you said he brushed up against me, right?
Yeah, like he was trying to get between you and those other boys. Like he was like, nah, I'm getting in this line.
Yeah, you, Mr. EMS, right?
No, not here. No. I'm just
So-
David.
David. Then I'm gonna take a minute to think about it.
No, that's my name. That's my first name. He's looking at you as you're trying to like, oh, I am. He's like, no, that's me.
Oh, okay.
He's
I'm
just like,
Balforin.
EMS is my last name. When I'm out with the students, I'm not in counselor mode. I'm a young adult with young adults mode. I'm just David.
Oh, of course. Okay. Nice to see you again, David. Just gonna feel a little weird saying his first name. David.
You
So
don't have
she
to
says
treat
it's
it
David?
weird. You don't gotta treat it weird. You could just not address me if it's gonna be weird.
Great. She's gonna say great and tap her little cane. And look back at the girls.
You see, Persira immediately like trying to flirt with Counselor EMS when he walks up, and he seems like he's like reacting almost as if she's just a fly buzzing around. Like it's just mild annoyance, but he's not really paying attention to her.
Oh my gosh. What's around me?
And you can hear her ask, "So, where'd you come from anyway?" And he's just like sighs kind of because he doesn't want to talk to her, and he's just like, "Oh, there was a sorority club party thing, and then I think somebody was dying, so we all ran. I'm here now."
I'm gonna turn around. Do you think someone was dying and you're here?
Yeah, we couldn't figure out who it was, and then everybody started freaking out because I think there was ghosts, and so we just all ran. It was
Is the
either
party still going
I
on?
ran with them, or I would have been trampled trying to stay. There was way too many people for me to just stay there, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just go to the next joint."
So I imagine the party's over?
I honestly haven't a clue.
Who was throwing the party?
Oh, Lilky and the sorority girls. You see Cass immediately, like, her attention is immediately brought to the conversation.
Did they leave? Did you see them leave too? Are they still there?
No,
Did they migrate too?
I think the sorority girls are still there. It is their house, so it'd be weird if they just abandoned it. So I think they're still there. Hopefully they'll figure out who died. I think Dr. Omi is there as well, so it's fine.
Right.
It is not in my job description to help every dying child. I am just the counselor.
Hoffman would agree.
You know why I'm a counselor? Because I am not very powerful. If I'm being honest, if I tried to do any adventuring whatsoever, I would be killed by a Gorgor. Do you know how embarrassing it is to get killed by a boar? So I'm a counselor. I worry about your mental health, and that's it. Whatever happens to your physical bodies has nothing to do with me.
That would be quite embarrassing, as you shouldn't play with your food.
I don't think they eat tieflings. He just looks good.
I meant
He
you
starts thinking
playing
about
with
it.
the boar. The boar is the food.
Oh, no, I'm a vegetarian.
Oh. Just gonna turn back the cast.
Just test the game.
Okay.
Give me a fucking minute. Ah, the fucking cane kills me. fucking kills me. Let me wipe my eyes before I just have black leaking all over my face. Anyway, where were we?
I got you.
Oh, you make it inside. And you see like just a normal radio station inside, but there is like a what looks to be a basement door and some stairs leading down. And when you follow everybody going down there, you find instead of a basement, it's an underground nightclub. And as the girls decided that they've adopted you, because they haven't seen you with anybody else and they're not going to just let you wander around this very busy nightclub alone. And they kind of like just stick with you, and you see that it is bustling with people. It is a blur of movement with like everybody moving to the music and with the flashing of different color lights. You don't know what's creating these lights, as electricity hasn't been created yet, and keeping it to the lore. But it is beautiful and almost psychedelic in a way. And you see that there are 5 bartenders hustling behind the bar that is absolutely crowded by excited and hungry, just for fun college students and professors, as they're all mixed up. And you see there are some people that you haven't even seen go to this college or be at this college before. Maybe a couple townies also have came to this nightclub. And as Cass loops her arm through yours, you are pulled to a more secluded area where there's like a bunch of people sitting around this secluded table, and it occurs to you where you have seen these 3 girls before. They were the 3 girls that were in the cafeteria sitting with Jackal Call. And who would be at the head of this table but Jackal Call, as 3 of his very dear friends decided they want to bring their new friend along with them. And EMS is just following.
All right, baby
He's sneaking in. Yeah, he's like, don't mind me, I'm with them. But you all sit down at this table, and the bottle service girl goes, "Oh, one moment, I'll be right back," and she heads off to go get whatever drinks was ordered before you sat down. What would you like to do?
How's this table set up?
It is a diamond-shaped table. There are these round cushion-like seats. There is a couch behind, and then 2 love seats on this side. And then in front is a chair. And Jackal Call is sitting in that chair. He's not sitting next to anybody. He's just sitting by himself in that chair.
Oh, okay.
And you see that the 3 girls kind of like crowd together on one of like the love seats. They like keeping close to each other.
Are there any seats in between the girls and Jackal?
No, but there is an empty seat on the other love seat.
But that's across from the girls, right? That love seat's across from the...
Who, sitting there, you see somebody you've seen before. A person that you saw who gave you a very angry-looking look during your welcome speeches from the dean. You see the Fey man sitting right there. And he is throwing back a shot.
Okay. There's a seat next to him. I'm gonna go. Ballfriend's gonna go sit next to him.
You do so. He moves over a little to give you some extra space so he's not too close to you, not in your bubble. He looks over at you and he's like, shot, you want a shot? We got jello shots, we got lemon shots, and then we got this really yummy thing that I like that has a little paprika on it. Don't tell anybody, but it's secretly chili powder.
Okay. She's gonna plop next to him. She's not gonna say anything to him, but she's gonna think about his recommendations, and the mage hand that still had the now empty water cup, she's gonna put that cup down on the table, and she's gonna have it pick up a shot of the spicy shot, the chili shot, paprika shot, and she's gonna have the shot ready, looking at him expectantly because she wants to throw it back with him. She's looking at him expectantly.
He clocks it and immediately picks it up. And looking at his shot, you can kind of see what looks to be like this gloppy red goop in the bottom of the liquid. And the liquid seems to be like tinted a little yellowish, aside from the chili flakes. You don't know exactly what it is.
That's what both our shots look like?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna investigate it. I'm gonna sniff it first.
It smells spicy. You can't smell anything other than the chili spice. You can ask him what's in it. I'm sure he'll tell you.
So she's gonna sniff it. What's in this?
Hot sauce, tequila, and then chili powder.
She's gonna
call it a spicy mama.
Before she can react and give him that satisfaction, she's just gonna look at him. She's gonna deadpan look at him and just throw it back. She's gonna have Mage Hand throw it back.
He smiles and he also throws it back. He seems completely unfazed by it. It burns a little going down, and the tequila, not being a normal tequila drinker, as that isn't really from the area that you're from, is a little strong. It was a little rough going down, but you play it off well.
Okay. 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 So after she throws it back and she takes it down, like, so you are, because the only name I have for you is Grimace.
Grimace?
Like see that face? You see the face you're doing right now? Twist and turns. That's how you looked at me when you first saw me in the auditorium.
Hold on. You say you know me. Where you know me from?
The auditorium. Orientation.
Oh, you were the girl who tried to talk. I'm so sorry. This is my 3rd year being re-enrolled. I keep failing out. I just don't want to do the tests, but I want to do the activities. I just heard that speech so many times. I was just annoyed that I had to hear it again. I couldn't be exempt out of it. Sorry. I'm Shade Lemon Stem. And don't tell me your name, please. For your sake, just write it down. And he hands you a napkin and a pen.
Just gonna look confused.
You can roll a history check on Faye, because he is obviously a Faye. He has, like, gold.
Okay, I do want to roll a history check. I got a 20, a dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20. Giving your name to a Fae will entrap you, similar to giving your soul to a devil. He is saving you from entrapment. Fae, by nature, are tricksters, and they abide by a certain law, and they themselves, by nature, cannot break it. So he is using what he knows how to get around it to avoid accidentally entrapping people.
Okay. So when he hands her the pen, at first she's gonna look confused and then remember, like, and she's going to write down. She's going to have her mage hand write down her last name, Fali. And she's gonna slide it. She's gonna slide the napkin to him.
Fly. He's like testing different ways to say the name.
I'm gonna slide it to him. Fali. Nice to meet you, Shade.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too. You know Jackal?
Of him, and I look over at him. Of him, I was more interested in his equipment and skills when I first saw him.
Yeah, he has a really nice setup, right?
Right. I heard
he stole some of that stuff. Don't tell anybody, but he did.
But I heard he throws really good parties with that stuff.
He does. Do you see this place? It's absolutely fabulous. It's probably the best nightclub in all of Ewin.
I do, as she's looking around, and all I'm missing right now is a good high. A good bite, if you know what I mean.
Are you looking for something you can ingest, inject, snort, or digest? He like starts pulling out a suitcase from underneath.
She's gonna think about
the couch. You have met the school plug.
Yes. Okay. She's gonna think about it. As she sees him pull out the suitcase, you're gonna see her like, Okay, it's gonna tap her cane as she's thinking. Have I eaten before I came? No injection.
If you haven't, they do have good food at the bar. I suggest the little mini hamburgers. They're really yummy.
What would you suggest for a good night of dance?
Are you a first timer or are you known to dally?
I'm known to dally with edibles, but I'm quite curious with sorting. But what would you suggest?
I have pixie dust. It is a hallucinogenic, so you will trip. Luckily for you, I'm a great sitter. I have goblin piss, which sounds insane, but it is wonderful. It's just the drug name. It's not what it actually is. It's just the drug name.
How's the come down with goblin piss compared to pixie dust?
I think it's more of a relaxed come down. You're gonna feel more tired, whereas with pixie dust, you'll feel more of that crash.
Let's try the goblin's urine. In fact, that laugh is canon. She's laughing as she says that.
He is also laughing, and he he opens his suitcase, and you see as he opens his case, you see a fine assortment and well organized of countless different types of drugs. It's almost intimidating. Almost.
Can I do a percepi? Because she wants to see. Because obviously, if he's the plug, she's trying to get a peek to see like what does he have more of in his suitcase. You know, like the people around here like snorting more than they do fucking shooting up. I don't know. She wants to look at that. Like, what's more does he have in stock? You know, like what's popular around her.
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to roll a percepi. God damn it! I got an 11.
With an 11, just like this will just be like a glimpse perception. This is just what you see at a glimpse. Is it looks like he has more pixie dust than anything else. It seems like he tries to keep that in stock more.
Okay.
Who doesn't like a sniffable rainbow?
Okay. I'd rather sniff it than puke it, but that's just me.
Yeah, well, you know. He takes out like a vial, and it is a yellow powder. And as he takes it out, and he pours it out, and he lines it up and gets it ready for you. When you lean down, it smells almost citrusy. And when it first hits, it stings a little, but then it settles over you almost as if it's a warm weighted blanket. And you just feel really relaxed and suddenly just having a really fucking good time. Just everything just seems so great. You don't know what's going on, but you're in such a good fucking mood.
Citrusy, huh? Okay, since she's in her party mode now, she's in her influence mode now. Lord. God damn. Okay. She, in that case, she's gonna want another drink. She's gonna want a drink. So she's gonna be looking at Shade, I guess, looking over at him, feeling good. God damn. She's gonna be like, would you like another drink?
We are always supplied with shots. It is a must-have for a jackal table, but we do have a bottle girl who comes to the table regularly. She just went to go get drinks. She should be back any moment now. We can order you something. I wouldn't risk going to the actual bar. You might disappear amongst the crowd and not be able to get back. And he just starts giggling. He obviously is also high. You don't know what he's high with, but he's also high, and he just starts giggling.
I can clock that. Okay, God damn, Balfron's not there yet. She's not there yet. She's getting there. Okay, she's gonna be like, oh, what's got you in such a good mood?
I did a concoction of my personal making. I would not give it to anybody else. It is designer. I know my limits, but I'm having a good time.
And what would make your good time even more fun?
Another shot and probably a dance.
When he says shot, she's gonna look at him. All right, I could use another shot, and she's getting ready. You pick.
He takes this time he takes the lemon drop shot.
Oh shit.
So
gonna smell them. She's gonna smell all the
lemon
shots.
drops.
Yeah, but she's gonna smell all the shots. Which one smells like dark liquor?
The Jello shots.
She's gonna grab a Jello shot.
Bet. She takes the Jello shot. He's got his lemon drop. He dinks your shot glass with his shot glass before throwing it back. And you can hear another shot glass hit the table, and without noticing, Jackal did a shot with you.
Oh shit! It's like, oh,
You're back there. You exist. She's just spooked up on me.
I'm not trying to get Balfriend fucked up, but she's gonna get fucked up. I'm not trying to, but she's gonna get fucked up. God damn. Okay.
What happens, you know?
She's gonna remember what Shade said about the burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Where can I find these mini burgers?
Oh, you can fucking order it from the drink lady.
I want to look at the bar. Do I see food out already?
Yeah, you see some people eating like fries, some people have like slices of pizza, other people have like little salads, and other people got like chicken wings and stuff like that. You see the bottle service woman making her way back, and she has some drinks, and she comes back to you guys, she hands out all the drinks, and she looks over at you and the three new girls, and she goes, All right, what did y'all guys want?
I'm gonna look at the girls.
Expect Cass orders. Just straight up. She just wants a bottle of rum. She doesn't want a glass. She wants a bottle. And the bottle service girl's like, to share? And you hear Cass go, no, but why don't you get a second bottle in case we want to share?
When she says no, I'm gonna look at Cass, like, dramatically fake hurt, like,
She did just order another bottle so everybody can share. She just get her own bottle. She's like, this is for me. This is mine.
I'm gonna visibly hurt.
Priscilla orders this thing called a Malibu Barbie cocktail. And Erilyn orders a double shot of whiskey.
God damn.
And
I'm
she
gonna get a rum and
winks
Coke.
at the bottle service girl, and it seems like they know each other.
Oh shit, okay. I'm gonna get rum and Coke.
I do love a good rum and Coke, I'm gonna be honest with
She got a whole bottle of rum. I'm like, oh, okay, that's my bitch right there. Okay.
you. As you order, she takes down your orders. Shade quickly orders the sliders for you and then orders himself some wings. And Jackal also doubles up on those sliders, and he wants bacon on his.
Oh, shit.
Before he
loves meat.
sends. He does love meat. He sends her off, and you are now chilling with everybody, and you are slowly reaching the apex of your high, getting ready for that high that you'll feel for the rest of the night.
Alright, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. Okay.
Magical Muncheez, everybody. We get
Okay.
high in character too.
Okay, I want to look at Jackal and... Damn, she's feeling herself now. You said the apex? Damn!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. I guess she's at that point. Okay, she's gonna
She's
look...
feeling good. She's happy.
That's not what I'm worried about. Okay. She's gonna look at Jackal, and she's gonna be like, so, you like the food I gave you the other day? How was it?
Now that shit was amazing. I was actually going to ask you the next time I saw you if I could get some more. Did you make it?
Course. Oh, my mother. Are you familiar?
I would love to meet your mother then.
Are you familiar with? Did we decide on a name for the tavern?
No. Just make one up. Just pop one out of your. Just.
Are you
I almost
familiar
said pop
with?
one out of your pussy?
Are you familiar with the Dashing Goat?
Oh, I have heard that they've won a lot of awards for their like 5-star chef. Is that your mother?
That is her.
Are you telling me that I had the Rosie's cooking just casually in class, and you are her daughter? You didn't tell me I was in front of royalty. I would have worn a better outfit.
You don't have to flirt with me to get more food.
Can I flirt with you anyway?
She can't hold no flirting, man. She's gonna like. He says that she's gonna like nervously tap her cane and look around everywhere but at him.
Fade is downing another shot. He is not paying attention. The girls are in their own
like,
thing. Nobody's paying attention.
That's what she says.
I don't have to if you don't want me to. We can be just pals. I am perfectly fine with that.
No. I never said I didn't want to. And then she realizes that she's touching him. I just don't know what to say.
This is my Bridgerton.
Just don't know what to say.
How about you don't let your words speak for you, and you let your body do so? Why don't you dance with me?
She's gonna like look back at Shade, take a little bombastic side eye, because he did say something about a dance earlier.
Shade is
he
looking
paying
at you
attention?
and he is winking.
I'm gonna look at him with that look like should I like?
He's giving you a little wink. He's giving you a little shoulder jiggle.
She's gonna just straighten up her coat. Could spare a dance.
He gets up and he holds out a hand to you.
Damn, is she gonna take his hand?
I
This
mean,
bitch.
he's going to hold your hand no matter what, so he doesn't lose you in the crowd.
This bitch, is she gonna take his hand? She's not. She's not gonna take his hand getting up. She's gonna stand up and brush herself off, and then she's gonna lock her arm in his arm.
He looks surprised before, like, he kind of looks into it. Like, it's almost like he's just like, independent. I'm
trying to remember this bitch is also under the influence, so like, oh god damn. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he leads her out. He leads her out somewhere on the dance floor, and he pulls her close as he starts dancing. And he is a very exceptional dancer.
Lord, but is she?
I know that from his performance role.
I got a 9.
So that high has reached the ultimatus of that apex. As you are floating above the crowd. And unfree, you just moving, you just flailing your limbs. There's a song in your head that is completely different than what's playing, and for some reason you think that is the actual song. And not wanting you to look silly or be looked down upon as somebody who is obviously not able to dance, Jackal begins to match your beat, and he starts just flailing his body too, and he's jumping up around and shaking his limbs.
Oh my god, he's being a hype man. Yes, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'm dancing. I got my stick. I'm
And
dancing.
he's just like, get it, hey, get it. Throw that stick in there. You hit that girl, but that's okay. Ooh, get it.
Okay.
As you are dancing and moving, you see somebody standing perfectly still. And with the movements happening with everybody else, it seems like they are frozen in time with how quickly everybody else is moving. As it doesn't seem like they are breathing, and it doesn't seem like they are moving, but they are staring at you. And though you cannot see their face due to the black cloak that they are wearing and the mask, but you know they're looking at you. And as you blink, they're gone. And then you hear a scream in the back of the club.
I'm looking
What
at
do you do?
Jackal. What's his face?
He is a mixture of concern and confusion. He doesn't know what's going on. A lot of the people are like not sure exactly what's going on yet.
Balfarin, even though she's still having a good time, hearing that scream is gonna kind of like make her jump a little bit, and she's gonna check out Jackal, and then she's gonna look back at the table where the other guys were, and she's gonna check out Shade and Cass and all, and make sure they're still there. Are they looking confused too and all that stuff?
They look as if they are looking at something, and they look scared as they are closer to the area where the scream came from.
Do I have to roll to see what they're looking at, the direction?
Absolutely. You'll be
Investigation
rolling
or
for perception.
I got a 15.
15? Um, so with the 15, you can glimpse what looks to be a girl being pulled through the crowd, and she is bleeding from a gash as somebody had stabbed her. And you see that cloaked mask figure is the one that is pulling her through the crowd, trying to get to the back exit.
How far are they from me?
15 feet away, but it will be difficult terrain with how many people is around. So that 15 feet would be your full length of movement.
Let me check out my arsenal. Okay. Is there anything around? Like, is there anything loose in the club? Like, in the direction that the cloaked figure is trying to go? Is there anything loose, like maybe a painting on the wall, a cup, or like a bottle, or like a mic, something? Something.
There are loose cords hanging from the ceiling that like connects all of like the equipment to each other and everything. And they are artificer made. So they would be able to help.
Oh,
But those are the only things that are actually hanging, aside from like any of the bottles that are on the shelves.
and it's just the cords hanging, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Balfrin's she's gonna keep looking at the cloaked figure in that direction.
Keep in mind, all rolls are at disadvantage as you are under the influence. So
Yeah,
you're rolling twice and you're taking the lowest number.
Okay, but she's gonna, while looking in that direction, she's gonna like touch Jackal and point. Like, do you see that?
He's looking around before looking in the direction that you look at, and he nods before starting to move into that direction.
And while he is moving, I want to. Is there like a table or something? Because I want to use catapult. And I want to throw like a bottle or something at the cloaked figure. Is there anything loose that I could like throw at him like that? Like a bottle?
Absolutely. All of those bottles are loose. They're just sitting on the shelves.
Okay, bet. The nearest bottle, I guess, I'm gonna grab like a rum bottle or so, whatever empty bottle, and I don't have to roll. It's just instant, it says. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna catapult the bottle at him, and he or they have to make a dex save of 15.
Okay. As you watch this bottle fly into the air, almost as if it's a seventh instinct, they turn and whip their hand up, and almost as if there was a force field that they were holding up, you watch the bottle break on this invisible barrier as they drop their hand and continue moving through the area.
God damn it, man! Man. I'm trying to stop this dude from leaving. God damn it. What if all I see on this person is a cloak, right?
Mm-hmm. I need to stop picking at my lips. They're just so fucking dry right now. What's even happening in the Twitch chat?
I'm going to... Can I do that? I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to weigh my options.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. It is 7 now, just letting you guys know.
Okay. Well then, if that didn't work, and Jackal's on his way. Fuck. Can I try shoving him? Can I try shoving the...
You'll have
the
to get
cloak?
to him because he is ahead of you.
I wanted to use my telekinetic shove.
Okay, you can do that.
I want to attempt. If I can even do that. Ugh. Do I have to roll? No. No. They must succeed on a strength save of 11. Or be moved 5 feet toward me. If they fail.
As you go ahead and describe what you do. Don't describe the damage, just describe what you do.
Okay,
Like, how does it look when you do this spell?
After she catapults the bottle and it fails, she saw that it fails, she is going to lift her pimp cane, her pimp stick. She's gonna, like, have it above. Gonna have it above the party goers, pointed towards the cloaked figure. She's gonna give it a yank towards herself.
As you move and maneuver in order to do so, you feel that connected tug, knowing that it has worked, but the tug reverses, and you are suddenly pulled, almost as if you are levitating off the ground up to this masked figure, and as you stare into its mask, you are suddenly seeing flashes of a forest, of a rabbit running. You see a table with blood in a tea kettle. And then you see what looks to be a card with a red heart on it. And when you are out of these visions, this masked, cloaked figure is gone with that bleeding girl. And Jackal Call is looking around for them, but can't find them.
Yum. Do I have to roll an investigation to see if they left any type of footprints?
Absolutely.
At an 8.
You do not see anything, but you suddenly feel comforted. You suddenly feel hugged, even though nobody is touching you. And inside your head, you hear in a motherly voice, "You are safe. You are loved. Come home." And that is where we will end today's session.
Damn.
No. Never.
Next session, we will bring the party together, and we will hopefully save Enid.
Oh my
Hopefully.
god.
I didn't even save the girl.
I didn't even save her.
Burn the door down.
I thought about healing her, but I was like, why would I do that? She's gonna get kidnapped anyway.
I'm already making
At
a new
least stop the
character just in
bleeding.
case. It's okay.
Thank you, viewers and listeners at home, for joining Magical Muncheez in our wonderful summer campaign. Can't wait to see you not next week, but in 2 weeks from now, at the normal time of 3 p.m. We are excited to see you. I am E. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by.